Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. Do you remember how to do this?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't.
It's like riding a bicycle, baby.
Yeah, just keep falling off. Is that right?
Ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
Is a term.
Hell yeah. How are you?
We're in here, though, finally. I posted a picture the other day of our junior pro photo. We'll talk about it in a second. I'm sorry. I can't give credit where credit's due. It was either Anthony Buck or Brandon Howe said, when was that picture taken the last time y'all recorded a podcast?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Feels like it.
Yes.
Dang.
We shot layups. I missed both of mine. And then we had a podcast last time.
Right after. We'll get into that picture in a little while. How was your kids' Christmas first and foremost?
Way too much. You know, they enjoyed it though.
Only little ones, ain't they?
That's what I keep hearing. You know what I say? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You know, you're right. Still too much. My house ain't. I don't have one of those big ass houses, Dustin. I don't know if you know that or not. So a bunch of shit in my house makes a big difference.
I feel you.
It's
not
packed
in
in
a huge
closets.
house myself.
I pack them in closets. You know, where's that going to store? Let Dad move his jackets downstairs so that we can have that part of the closet.
But you know who's having this conversation 35 years ago?
Our parents.
Coel Hickman.
Yeah.
Because you know how I know this? Because you found Power Rangers still in the box this
25
year.
from 25 years ago.
So that's how I know you got too much shit as a kid.
I got way too much.
You still had Power Rangers in a box 25 years later.
I didn't open them. I guaranteed they come from Christmas.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lindsay found a DVD. It's a digital video disc.
I didn't.
For anybody that still uses those.
I didn't know they were still a thing.
Somebody bought Bayless Pets too last year. We found it wrapped up still under the.
Give it to him again. Stick it back in there.
Might as well.
Yeah.
You
don't know.
He'd care about it as much this year as he did last year, apparently.
Probably.
So,
Pets 2, they recast Louis C.K. in Pets 2. He was the dog's voice in Pets 1. And then,
No, I don't.
You know what he did. He likes to rub one out in front of people.
As a dog?
As a person.
Oh.
And,
in real life.
In real life. So
he went Pee Wee Herman on him.
So they didn't let him voice the character anymore.
I'd say not.
I don't know that I would have either, you know.
There's certain things in life that are frowned down upon where
standing, he wasn't holding people. Like, he wasn't physically holding people in a room. He would ask, hey, I don't know. He didn't do it in front of me. I don't know if he asked or not. But what they said is he would say, hey, can I rub one out in front of you?
He did ask, though.
And then they would either say yes or no.
Well, I don't
And then feel bad about it later.
Like the Me Too movement, 25 years later.
Sarah Silverman said she would sometimes say yes, and she'd sometimes say no. And it's not something that just happened once. It happened enough times that it was a thing. Like, hey, can I do it tonight? And she'd be like, no, you're fucking nasty. And then some nights she'd go, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
And then she'd go, you're fucking nasty. And then
it just depends.
Yeah, it just depends on how her night was.
Aren't wives like that? It's kind of how wives are, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Tonight, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, why not? Go ahead.
Well, it's
you do it. You do it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
but you
it's
do
convenient for me tonight, so go ahead.
Yeah, why not?
Tomorrow night, you're a son of a bitch. I don't want to look at you. I'm gonna have a headache and everything else.
Yeah, not tonight.
But tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, maybe. Yeah.
So that's kind of Louis C.K. What is his name?
Louis C.K. He's a comedian.
He's a big fat guy.
He's not like a big fat guy. He's not like a Ralphie May.
Google him for me. I don't
fat
know,
guy
I don't know
or anything like that. But he's he's a really interesting looking individual, redheaded, bald.
All these flies out here, man.
I killed them all.
There's 3 on the computer screen right now.
No, there's not.
They're moving.
Yeah,
I know him. Okay.
He's just a guy.
Well,
he's guy as hell. He's just that guy.
There's just I can do.
Look at this guy. This guy asked, "Hey, can I rub one out in front of
you?" Yeah.
Hey, yeah, he did.
I'm not comfortable. We all.
He's going. You care? Care if I do it tonight?
Okay, better than next time.
No.
So like universally, we all do things to offend people. We all do things to rub people the wrong way.
Right.
It's I don't know, jerking off in front
And
of
sometimes you rub yourself the wrong way.
You missed that. That should have been on the dad joke episode. I just feel like, rubbing one out in front of people.
If you ask.
Still weird. Yeah.
It's kind of weird to ask somebody.
No, well, is it weirder to ask or weirder just to pull it out and start doing it and then be like, oh, you were here. I didn't know. You want to leave?
I'm sorry.
Are you leaving or staying? Whatever you want to do.
Because I'm finishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get started doing that. You just.
I don't know, man. Somebody pop in the room and you're over there and you're molesting a plant in the corner for some reason. You probably don't finish.
Louis C.K. did.
Does.
Louis C.K.
Louis, yeah.
Louis
C.K. Rubbing them out in the corner.
It bothers me that he has an I.S. on his name then.
I don't know. I don't get that. Louis the 14th, the king.
They don't call it in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
The old kings. Yeah. Cowboy Louis wasn't spelled that way.
No.
It was I.E. all day.
Emi Shimmy Show Potty Da.
Emo Shimmy Show.
Emi Shimmy Show.
Emo Shimmy Show.
Emo Shimmy Show.
Potty Da.
Potty Da.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sugar. Cocaine sugar on a stick.
Yeah. Those little suckers all day long.
How would you like my sucker? Full of cocaine.
If there's any way you could make it pure sugar and just a little bit of that,
Little bugger sugar for the kids,
Cowboy Louis said, watch me disappearing act.
Yeah, kids, I just delivered 2 more hours right there for you. You little
all
brats.
right. I'm getting paid $12.95 for this whole show. I'm gonna need to sell 6,000 suckers to go back to Columbia.
Hey, you be proud of me that we're on comedians.
Yeah.
You know how I'm the same way about comedians as I am music. Like it takes me a long time
to get into somebody.
To even be productive enough to turn their shit on YouTube or on Netflix.
You watch Theo Vaughn finally.
I love him.
He's fantastic, isn't he?
And Brendan Schaub's pretty good.
Brendan Schaub's not bad. He's not a pure comedian like
he's a fighter.
Like Theo. He's a fighter. What have you been watching? The King and the Sting?
Well, I started off, a buddy of mine from Tucko was like, have you ever seen Theo Vaughn? I said, man, 2 of my buddies have been telling me to forever.
Yeah.
And he finally sent me down to his house and watched a thing where he was on an interview show with somebody that also had
an interview show.
Or no, he was interviewing some other guy.
Yeah. He has his own show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Theo Vaughn.
This past weekend, yeah. Thad's been telling me, listen to that for 2 years. You've been telling me. Anyway, it was another guy with a mullet and big sunglasses. Riff Raff.
Yeah.
And they just went back and forth. And
they're hilarious.
It was tremendous.
Riff Raff and Theo together is hilarious.
So I watched him on, I tell you what really got me on him. Him and Brendan were on Bussin' with the Boys.
I thought about you whenever I seen him on there, though.
And the segment where they're talking about big sloppy tits.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that clip?
I didn't watch the Bussin' with the Boys. I just seen that they were on it.
Well, Brendan was on it forever. And Theo comes in after an hour and they're like, well, we started the show a fucking hour ago.
Yeah.
Theo, you know, you're the one that lives here.
Yeah. He was he has a softball team that he's been playing softball with. It's a bunch of Chinese people. Him and a bunch of Chinese people play softball down in Nashville somewhere.
Well, he just showed up and acted like it was their fault.
Yeah.
Was there an hour later.
Hey, he cuts one of the best wrestling promos you ever heard. He cut a wrestling promo all over. Oh, man, fuck, I forgot his name. Anyway, he come on the King, the Fighter and the Kid, which was Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen's podcast. Brian Callen got wrapped up in the Me Too movement and is no longer on The Fighter and the Kid. Oh. Anyway, they did a Michael Rappaport. I guess you've seen Rappaport. He's big into sports and whatnot, I guess. But anyway, they were doing the best guest of the year. So like 2 years ago, Theo won the best guest of the year. And come in and cut a wrestling promo all over Michael Rappaport. It was one of the best things you've ever seen.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Anyway, what was you going to say about him?
The part on Bussin' with the Boys is like they're like talking about fat guys or whatever, and they're like, who's got them tits? I think Brandon Shaw said, who got them tits on the team? They're like, oh, it's Jarrell. It's Jarrell. Like we had a guy last year, and Taylor and Will started going off on this, like, he was
Jarrell Casey.
Yeah, it's like it was weird because he was all big and up top. He had this big fat body, then he had these little bitty bird legs. He's like, I think Will said it was like a melted ice cream cone, like a chocolate ice cream cone, and he said, so Theo says, so was he white or black? He's like, well, he was black, chocolate ice cream cone. He goes, yeah, I've noticed black people got them tits.
Yeah.
He's like, I forget. He's like somebody like stapling yolk up on a wall or egg yolk. I don't remember what he said, but it was God.
There's
dang.
nobody turns a phrase quite like Theo Vaughn.
I've noticed that about him.
He was on Road Rules back in the night. I guess it was either late '90s, early 2000s, and he was just he was so like offbeat. At 19 years old, he's been this guy his entire life.
Yeah.
But at 19-year old, it's not quite as worked out.
God, look at those pants. Flying Brian Pillman, eat your heart out.
That's 9-minute clip. Let me get where he's cutting promo on the way out.
Huh?
So Theo, I've never met you. You got a lot of hairspray in your hair. They must have gas, Eddie. Okay. Now.
He has to be a wrestling fan of some sort.
The fans voted, and he knows it. It was a legit vote, Mike. And by the way, we're doing stem cell donation mine week. And this gravity continues to America. I'm just stopping it by right here. Don't assume your mic what the strap looks like. Dude, is he leaving?
He's a funny dude, man.
Yeah. And Shab, when they go back and forth, man, it's hysterical. When they just
Yeah,
get
well, he
insults.
can't keep up.
Shab can't keep
Shab
up.
can't keep up.
Shab gets himself tickled at his own
Yeah.
jokes too much too. I like him. I
Yeah.
like him too.
Oh yeah, I love Brendan Schaub. Here's the thing: they say don't touch me, but keep touching me because Theo will sit. Theo sits to the right of Brendan on the show, and Brendan's the guy that when you get him, he's laughing, he's touching you. You reach over and he grabs hold of you, and so Theo will burn him and just like keep roasting him over and over and over again. And Brendan can't breathe. He's laughing so hard, and he's reaching over trying to get a hold of him to stop, to make him quit. And then Theo say, "Stop touching me," but keep touching me.
Yeah. He turned me on another person. I hated the guy, and I still hate his music probably. But Morgan Wallen was on Theo Vaughn's, and I really like him listening to him.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen's been kind of everywhere. He was on the Meat Eater podcast the other day.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I sat there and watched it, and I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to Morgan Wallen talk. He's from Sneedville, Tennessee. I met some girls from Sneedville, Tennessee.
Never even heard of it.
It's in East Tennessee. I met some people there, and it's like a small town.
Mm-hmm.
We were somewhere once before, and I met some people from Sneedville.
Mm-hmm.
So when I looked him up and it said Sneedville, I was like, I've only met 3 people ever from there.
Mm-hmm.
And they say just how small of a town it is. So he just seems really down to earth.
Yeah.
Just really.
He was really good on the Meat Eater podcast.
I don't love his music.
Yeah.
Still never love his music. But Theo Vaughn brought the best out of him in that interview. And I guess the Meat Eater.
I may be thinking of a different guy. Now that I'm saying
Morgan
that.
Wallen's the guy that has the mullet.
Yeah. He's really mullet centric in his. If there's somebody famous with a mullet, Theo will talk to him. He'll find him. He'll talk to him. He don't care. I may be thinking of somebody that you do like.
Morgan Wallen has got he done the Jason Isbell
Mm-hmm.
Cover Me Up cover. Whiskey Glasses is a big song for him.
He's also got the one that I deleted the Meat Eater podcast the other day because I got tired of listening to the main guy talk to somebody.
I don't know what the media. I don't know.
Whiskey Myers was on there, not Morgan Wallen.
The big difference.
Big
Yep.
difference.
I do love Whiskey Myers. Was it just one guy? Was it just Cody,
I don't know who the fuck it was. It was the
the lead singer?
lead singer.
He's just another great.
Whiskey Myers was really interesting. I haven't heard the Morgan Wallen one actually. Now that I go back and realize who I'm talking about,
That's like a whole
different thing.
2 different things.
Yeah.
It's like George Strait and
Cody Canada.
yeah, they're both good though. I would say I don't like Morgan Wallen's music. Everybody's like, "Oh, you love Morgan Wallen?" No, I don't. I don't like his look. I feel I think Haley Smith, Haley or Hannah, Haley, I think. posts on her Facebook like, yes, please bring me this for Christmas.
It was a picture of him.
And Morgan Wallen. Google Morgan Wallen.
Let me see.
You just need to get a good look at this guy. And James Hatcher said, I could literally take you to any gas station within 30 miles or, and
find you one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing what James said, but I mean, And this is all the rage, man. You go down. I was talking to some ball.
Look, what is this?
I mean,
that's Trailer Park 101.
That's
right
a
there.
guy that 5 years ago, if he would have walked around the Salina Fair, we'd be like, look at this fucking hillbilly.
Look at this.
Look
idiot.
at this redneck.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Dork, not getting a girl within. Well, it's Salina.
Look here.
They trade it like baseball
Look here.
cards.
Look here. Who are you? Who are you, guy? Are you this guy or are you the other guy?
Yep.
Probably didn't know yet. That's all right.
Oh, he's on Monday Night Raw. I never knew that happened.
He looks like a Monday Night Raw guy.
I never knew that happened.
He looks like a wrestling fan. Sleeves cut out of his shirt.
There was
right there.
That's him in all of his glory. But he a hell of an interview. I liked him. Like I could probably have a 10-minute conversation and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But
you gotta put a jacket on.
Yeah.
Let's not do the cut off flannel.
I'm
tired of looking at Louis C.K.'s face too.
I think bad images now when I see him. But Morgan Wallen's just when he come out with Florida Georgia Line and that up down song, and I thought, I hate him. Hate his guts. Hate his guts. So I just never have relinquished that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
Good interview, but not buying your CD, pal.
Theo's funny, man.
Theo is good. So apologies to you.
Yeah.
Apologies to Thad because you've been trying to get me on that wagon a long time.
You look up, if anybody just look up, go to YouTube, Theo Von, TheoVon.
Tremendous. He's got a Netflix
highlights
special too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's old.
He was on Opie and Anthony back in the day. High as a kite when Darryl Strawberry was on there the same day. He had been doing blow. He got a taxi cab driver to drive him around and find him some coke. And he finally found some, and then the taxi cab driver drove him and said, look, I'm going to get you a prostitute too.
Oh.
And Theo said, no, I'm good, man. But the taxi cab driver kept going. And Theo said, look, I'm not into that, but I'll drive if you want, if this is something that you're into. So Theo got in the front seat and drove the taxi cab around with the taxi cab driver and a prostitute in the back seat doing blow until 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning when he had to get to be on the Opie and Anthony show.
I feel like that was an 11-minute Pornhub situation could have happened.
It was very wild. It's a very good story if anybody has an opportunity to listen to it.
Great. Well, I asked you about your kids' Christmas. And it turned into that. Oh, how in the hell did it get all the way there?
No idea.
Jesus Christ. My kids had a good Christmas.
Well, good.
Yeah, I mean, overall, spent too much money, like you say. And, my 14-year-old is appreciative.
Yeah.
Waylon got to the stage where he was a turd for a little while, but now he's appreciative. He got that PlayStation 5. He got that unicorn. So
yeah.
I had a friend.
Is it like a 3 and a 2 put together? Or is it a real 5?
I've seen that picture floating around. No, it's a friend of mine at work, man. He had the hookup. He got like 6 of them.
Really?
And didn't charge anybody a dime. Shout out
Extra.
My friend Ike Walker.
Yeah.
Engineer, genius. He didn't charge anybody. He charged me shipping or taxes.
Whatever
it was.
Cost of it was for him.
I mean, imagine that. People selling these $500, $600 units for $1,000, $1,500 on eBay, and I didn't charge a dime to anybody over.
Huh.
So we kept it a secret, good secret. I kept saying, man, look, I need you to temper your expectations. We can't find one.
Yeah.
I said, I need you to get me a list of some stuff that you need, that you want. I said, because I can't find one.
Right.
Because I don't know if the Easter Bunny's going to have to hook you up or what.
Right.
So he was genuinely surprised, I think. Lindsay about blew the cover the day before. She's like, hey, boys, what are y'all getting? Bayless walked up the other day when we were wrapping it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, that's a PlayStation 5. And I was like, shut up, Bayless. You didn't see that, blah, blah, blah. That was just a box. And I don't know what I said. We're eating breakfast, and Lindsay decides to have, hey, guys, what do y'all think you're getting? Waylon, what do you think you're getting? And Bayless said, PlayStation 5. And so I pulled Waylon aside to try to get his mind off the conversation.
Yeah.
And I looked at Lindsay. She goes, and Bayless said, I saw the PlayStation 5. She goes, no, that was for somebody else. I'm like, are you the dumbest person ever? Is that your comeback? Like, is that how you answer that question?
We got one, but for somebody else. Is that what we're doing?
Is that how we're answering that? I mean, she's a woman. You've lied yourself out of a bigger situation than that. Surely to God.
You're going to come up with something better.
You can't come up with something better than that on the spot? Come on, girl.
But it worked.
Well, I guess it worked. Waylon acts surprised at least.
Well, that's all that matters.
And we got him a couple more pretty cool things. Then
Yeah.
Bayless asked for, you ready?
Chocolate
Bunk
milk.
beds.
Oh,
Bunk beds.
why?
Bunk beds. That's what he wanted. More room activities, dumbass. Why else?
But who's going to take the other one?
Jack, we got to have another kid.
Yeah.
Who's
Oh,
one?
You're going to. He's not in a regular bed yet, though.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
And I kept telling Lindsay, I said, I don't know if you know this. This is a stupid idea. I said, let me tell you why this is a stupid idea. Can I run something by you? She goes, yeah, of course. I said, good, because it was rhetorical. I was going to run it by you. Here's what happened. When Bayless was little, before he was even born, he was in the womb still.
Mm-hmm.
I had this room, had some cool stuff in it. I didn't have a man cave, but I had some stuff in it, right? I'd go in there and watch television. I'd go in there and Louis C.K. every now and then. I don't know.
Whatever I wanted to do.
What I wanted to do.
It was my room.
It was my room.
Yeah.
Right? And here's what happened. She goes, we need a baby crib put up. This baby's going to, his baby's coming. We got to get the baby crib up. I was like, is he going to sleep in the baby crib? Yeah, he is.
Nah.
Month one he didn't. Month two didn't. Month three didn't. Where was that? In between us, on the tit.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happened? Moved a twin bed in there. Well, we put a crib. Then we put a baby bed. Then we put a twin bed.
Yeah.
A little shit didn't sleep on me anytime.
Mm-mm.
Then you know what we do?
Tell me.
Hey, everybody always just loves talking about sex lives and marriages. Let's put a twin bed in the bedroom right next to ours.
Why not?
Why wouldn't we? It's right there. Chocolate milk, my sippy cup all night long. You know what I mean? That's the only thing all night long in our bedroom is chocolate milk, my sippy cup.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so this kid's 4. Still don't sleep in his bed all the time. Bayless is getting pretty good. He'll sleep 30% of the night, 50% of the night, 60% of the night. Then he'll come in between us, and I've got an elbow to my head by the time I wake up.
Uh-huh.
You know what my alarm is in the morning? Bayless's bony little knee to my nuts.
Yeah.
I don't even have to set 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
4:30 a.m. I don't have to. I have Bayless in the middle of the bedroom sometimes.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to tear apart this bedroom. We're going to take this twin bed out, sleep in. We're going to put up bunk beds. We're going to put up bunk beds. Bunk beds for a 4-year-old
and a
1-year-old. In female terms, a 15-month-old. How old's your kid, man?
15
He's 38 months old. No, the motherfucker's 3 years and 2 months.
He's 3'2". He's 3'2" all day.
He ain't 38 months.
Mm-mm.
He gets the passy out of his mouth.
He's 40 months old.
Get the tit out of his mouth, Mom.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not 42 months old.
Mm-mm.
How old is he, Lucas? He's almost 4.
He's getting close to 4.
That's 3.5 all day long. I can do that math.
Mm-hmm.
I hate those people. They fall right in there with dog moms, Johnny Cash fans. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
About the Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Dog moms, so they're awful. Oh.
They have issues, too.
So you got the bunk beds?
Hell yeah. And I put on Facebook the other day, I said, prayers, I'm asking for prayers this morning for someone. I said, that someone is me. I said, I'm about to have to put a gift together for my 4-year-old with my wife. I said, my wife who cherishes these near divorce moments while she bosses me around and calls me an idiot. You've been there.
No.
You haven't. Kara don't put you in your place.
No.
You just put stuff together. My wife likes to be in charge. My friends think I can't do it because I don't.
Because your wife won't let you.
Well, it just pisses.
I've never seen a more disgusted look on your face than what you just had.
She pisses me off to high heaven when we try to put something together because I like to sit there and take my time. What's the rush? Are we on a deadline here? We're not on a deadline. Christmas Eve we might have been on a deadline. We were on a deadline then. But before that, the previous 457 things we ever tried to put together, I tried to sit down and look at the book. They say, man, don't look at the book. They say, man, don't ask for directions.
I always look at the book.
I Google directions before I leave the house. Yeah. I haven't printed off.
I always look at the book.
Before Google Maps, what I done? I printed directions off. I'd leave it home on the internet. Yeah, hell yeah.
I remember you handed me here, hold these.
Yep, take a right on exit 280.
Yep.
Then take a left at the bridge.
Yep.
That's what we did. That's what we did. I'm not too proud to ask for directions.
Nope, not this guy.
No, and I'll read directions. So my wife does. Get out of the way. Good God.
I know where I'm going.
I've been doing it for 30 seconds, Lindsay. Can I at least try to screw this in?
Yeah.
We're 30 seconds in. Just here, let me do it.
Yeah.
She has to take charge.
You know what I would do, though? Just get up and let her do it.
I do. Yeah. I do, Lucas. That's why that's what she tells my friends. Oh, he can't do it. I put everything together. Yeah, because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Who makes me feel like a 3-year-old child, a bottom of the barrel trash bag degenerate who sucks at life.
Yeah.
I don't suck at life, Lucas.
Well,
you shut up. Is that gum for me?
No.
Thank you. Extra. Like my wife.
Well, Christmas is over, thank God.
We got it together. Didn't kill each other.
Good.
All that bitching, we got along fine. We did fine. we put the bottom bunk together out in the man cave. We put bottom, and then we took the kids to my grandma.
Uh-huh.
I brought them in. We put them together.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Hell yeah!
I'm
I'm
glad.
just saying. Historically, though, she treats me like crap. She's mean to me.
Did you get anything for Christmas?
Yeah, I got some. I got this shirt I'm wearing.
I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
I know.
I picked it out. I got a jacket.
Mhm.
I got a jacket. It was nice. It's one of those. It's like fat guy in a little coat right now because it's a little too tight for me.
Mhm.
But it's one of those deals. If I got a 2X,
It'll always be too big.
it'd look like a trench coat on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I lose 20 pounds, I need the extra large.
Right.
But it's like a $150 jacket, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you do?
I don't know.
Buy a second one? Have a $300 jacket?
No, you sure don't do that.
Mm-mm. I got a vest. I got a nice vest.
I've got one too.
I like the shit out of that vest.
And
have
no, you can't. Here's the thing about this vest is I've been trying to get my brother to start wearing vests.
You think you would?
No, he won't. Here's the thing. He won't. And so we were talking about a jacket the other day. And
How does Casey from Yellowstone not wear a vest?
if anybody needs a vest on, it's that guy.
Yeah,
It's my brother. He needs a vest. He's the vest guy, right?
I would think he owned 17 Carhartt vests.
He ought to. He ought to. He's the guy that needs one.
Well,
I told him. Anyway, we were talking about a jacket the other day. He was looking at a new jacket. And so I was at Tractor Supply and I was thinking, hey, we don't get each other gifts. I guarantee you he would be surprised if I got him a jacket. Well, he only likes one particular type of jacket. So whenever I was in Tractor Supply, they didn't have it. You know what they did have? A lot of vests. So I went back there and I was looking at them. I thought, I'm going to get this brother of mine a vest. And so I picked this vest up and I really liked it. And I thought, hey, he would look really good in that vest. But I better try it on to see if it would fit him because, well, that's what you do. So I tried it on, see if it fit him. And I thought, man, this is really nice. And it fits really good and it feels really good. You know what? He won't appreciate this vest. He ain't going to wear it. So fuck him. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to wear it myself.
That's that one.
It's this one.
I
bought
like
it.
it.
I bought it and wore it myself.
You know what? That wouldn't look good on your brother anyway.
He wouldn't have appreciated it.
No, it looks good on you.
Thank you.
What brand is that?
I
TSC brand?
Yeah. Ridge line, something.
I like it. Can you stand up?
No.
Just see the bottom of it.
It's just a regular bottom.
Is it reversible?
No, it is quilted inside though.
I like it.
Quilted. Pockets everywhere.
I like that. Can I have it?
Nope.
I appreciate it.
Ridge Cut is what the name of it is. Ridge Cut. Brand of it, not name of it. You would think Curtis would be a vest guy, but he ain't. But I am, so I've got a new one.
It's a little surprising.
Uh-huh.
Ordinarily, I'd be getting ready for my fantasy football championship that I was going to win because I've won 2 out of the last 3 years. I lost last year. Me and James Hatcher have scored. James Hatcher scored 100 more points than anybody in the league. I'm right behind him. We're playing for 3rd and 4th place today.
Let me just playing the Packers. Boy, the Titans. They really showed up this year, haven't they?
Can't believe it.
10-4.
They've had like 3 or 4 years in a row of 9-7, and now they're 10-4.
10-4.
They can finish 12-4 if they win the next 2.
Yep, that's how that worked.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't think they're going to win today, but I don't know.
Well, that's a pretty good matchup. An 11-3 versus a 10-4. That's
me and James are going to watch it at the house tonight.
Are you?
You want to come?
Nope. Sure don't.
That's what I like about you. You can always throw out that invitation.
I can always swat it right back.
And just throw it, because it's there.
Yeah.
You don't ever feel like Dustin never invites me because I do. See?
Oh, I feel like I've never felt like I wasn't invited. What I have felt like is I'm not interested in that, and I'm not going.
My
28 degrees at kickoff at Lambeau.
I told George last night. George FaceTimed me. I didn't know guys FaceTime each other on purpose. I thought he was accidentally FaceTiming
Well,
me.
I thought you meant it was an accident.
No, he called me and we had like a 15-minute conversation on FaceTime.
Mm-mm.
It was all right when it got started. It was a little weird to start with,
You got to get into the flow of it.
Yeah, once we were in it was
It's
fine.
like doing that first podcast. It was weird, but then it was fine.
It was fine. I said, best case scenario, George, on this, I said, is the Titans beat the Packers and I beat him for 3rd place in fantasy football because most, the matchup will be pretty well set by tonight.
Right.
Most of the numbers will be set for the. And I said, that is best case scenario. That I can get James Hatcher on my property, watch the Titans beat his Packers.
And you win
3rd
fantasy
place.
football.
I mean, Derek Woolbright's going to win fantasy football. Congrats, Derek. Because he just had, You don't care. Our listeners don't care. Nobody ever cares about anybody else's fantasy football team. But Derek Woolbride is going to win the league. Derek Rich is going to come in second. Best case scenario.
Congratulations, you losers.
Derek's. Yeah. Shout out to the Dereks. For all the douchebag Dereks in the world there are, those
are two good ones.
Those two are right ones. And
now, are we saying that they're good Dereks or they're good douchebags?
oh, they're good douchebags.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, I was wondering.
Two of my favorite Derek douchebags in the world, really. No,
Love 'em.
I love those guys. So they were winning. Me and James are playing for third. You're not playing for fourth. You're not playing for fourth.
You play for the highest. You're playing for the highest spot that you can possibly get.
There's no money in fourth. There's money in third. So George said, that would be the funniest shit ever. He's like, James wouldn't even tell you bye. He would just get up and walk out of your house.
Oh, I can't. 100%. That's James Hatcher.
Yeah. I think I probably told this before. This is how competitive James is, especially when it comes to Packers. When the Titans turned it around 4 years ago, we were having this talk in the preseason. He goes, I'd hate to be a Titans fan. He says, I don't understand how you do it. I said, yeah, because we live an hour and a half from them. It's our state team, and that's just kind of what you do. You kind of just root for your home team.
This is Tennessee. We root for Tennessee.
I said, you just don't become an NFL fan and go, oh, that Aaron Rodgers guy that just threw for 450 yards and 3 touchdowns and is going to the Super Bowl.
He's easy to root for.
That's the guy I'm going to root for.
He's easy to root for. I'll go for him.
It's like the guys in the 90s who rooted for the Yankees, the Bulls, and Jeff Gordon. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dallas Cowboys.
Uh-huh.
And I said, that's not how it works, James. You can't just be like, oh, I like the way he plays, and they're really good. Piss on this poor, pitiful home football team we got. I said, so yeah, I mean, I could have easily said I'm going to be the Packers fan and Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, or be a Colts fan for Peyton Manning, or I could have been a Patriots fan.
Yeah,
could have wrote that all the way for 20 years, but I didn't. I picked up the poor little lowly Tennessee Titans, and he said, "Well, they're not going to win 4 games this year." I said, "Well, we got a new GM. He made some good moves. We got DeMarco Murray. I think we're going to win 8." So whether he said 4 or 5, whatever he predicted, they won 9 that year, and I'll say 4th game. 4th win of the season against the Packers, 47-21. Beat that ass.
Right.
So I said, prayers going up to my buddy James Hatcher. It's on Facebook.
Oh, he's mad.
Prayers going up to James Hatcher. I said, the poor, pitiful, lowly Tennessee Titans, the mediocre franchise of all mediocre franchises, have defeated, slayed the preseason champion, Green Bay Packers. I always call them the preseason champs because every preseason, all the analysts and everybody, they're going to be in Super Bowl. Super Bowl 35 pick, Super Bowl 40 pick, Green Bay Packers. And 35 was like 20 years ago. I don't know what else. But anyway, you get the gist. And so anyway, the next week, Colts beat the Titans. He shoots back on Facebook. The real Titans have shown up.
All right.
Okay, we're 1-1. We're squared away. Then on Christmas Eve, Mariota breaks his leg, which essentially ruins the Titans' playoff chances. They were right on the verge of making the playoffs. James said, I just can't help but think about my buddy Dustin Kennedy. The Titans' playoff chances washed away with his quarterback's broken leg. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Now you're pissing on me and you're pissing on my quarterback. Now it's getting personal. So I waited. Then the Packers choked in the playoffs, and I found a meme of the most interesting man in the world, and it said, Packers don't always lose, but when they do, it's in the playoffs.
Right.
And I prayers up James Hatcher. All good and fun. We're 2-2.
Right.
About a month now, god dang it. A month, I text him, hey man, you in Cookville? Fuck you. I said, maybe later you'll get some sushi first.
Right.
And he goes,
he's mad over this meme.
Now this man, who I've been friends with since I was 5 years old, got mad at a meme and give me the FU a month after the fact. I'm saying a month. It was 2 or 3 weeks.
A long time after.
It was a while. It wasn't the next day.
Right.
And I said, oh, he's really mad. And like Mackey had to talk him off the cliff.
Well, that's our buddy. That's our buddy, James.
So I hope
love you, James.
I say all that to say I hope that it happens again tonight.
Green Bay is favored to win. I can see it right here. I don't know what the
Green Bay is really good. The Titans' defense is not good.
Right. Are the Packers like an offensive heavy team or a really defensive heavy team?
Offensive, yeah. Which doesn't bode well for a bad defensive team.
Right.
We have 0 pass rush. Titans spent $22 million in offseason on 2 players, one of which has been released and the other one's on IR, injured reserve. So that puts all the pressure, on the corners and safeties to stick with these wide receivers forever. So they're giving up a lot of yards. But they're still 10-4 after all that. And they've lost players. Titans have lost a lot of key players this year. So, either way, I hope James leaves my house
In a bad mood.
in a bad mood tonight.
Yeah. Well,
more real life than fantasy, by the way. You know,
right.
I'd rather them win the game. I mean, I don't give a shit about the $50
Right.
that I can win if I win third place. This game means a lot. So,
Well, good. Yeah. Let's
What about-
talk. Go ahead. What you gonna
what do we
say?
want to talk about?
I was gonna say let's talk about our basketball photo.
Let's
that you
do
keep
it.
talking about.
Let's do it. I posted it for all you people
On the
that wanna see
interwebs?
it.
Where'd
It's
you post it at?
It's on the One Lane Road podcast, Facebook and Instagram. I think I may have deleted it off the Instagram.
Why would you do that?
I didn't. I don't think I meant to. I don't think I meant. It's not on there, but it's on our Facebook. I'll pull it up.
Let's look.
Can you Google it like that?
Yeah, usually.
Shoot, that's all. Oh,
Nope. Can't on here.
you must continue. You still have your login.
I'm not logging into that.
Okay, here I've got it pulled up right here. So I said, throwback to your. Here's the caption I put on it. Throwback to your favorite two podcasters going after a loose ball during Herman Springs Junior Pro basketball. Who says you can't wear long ass jorts in the basketball game? Not Lucas
Nobody.
Hickman.
I didn't say you couldn't. That's for sure. Let me see this thing. What?
I'm thinking
Look.
1994,
I was about to say, looking at it, maybe 94.
95 at the latest.
Yeah, for sure. 9, 10-year-old for me, 10, 11 for you. Oof. So
I got them Larry Birds on myself, though.
you got some high waters on. You know, if you
Yeah.
if you go ahead and average what man you're wearing is probably the right length pair of shorts. But now here's the thing: you can't come out onto a court and rock some jorts, some jean shorts, shin length knee shorts, jean shorts.
I didn't even know they made them that long that year.
It might have been my dad's. I don't know. I ain't messing around. I ain't playing. You know what else I did? I went ahead and turned that plastic jersey inside out. My number was inside out. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
That's a 21 on backwards right there, buddy. Look at that. I flipped that bitch inside out because somebody else probably had the 21 on. They said, Bill probably said, you be 17. Let's just flip this thing inside out.
So I'm trying to see what our kick situation, what our shoe situation
Am I
is.
wearing boots?
Goddamn hope so.
Look at it. I've been looking at that picture since you sent it, and fuck if I don't think I'm wearing boots.
Only thing you're missing is a damn rebel flag do-rag.
I'm telling you. Mama, hold my chain wallet. I gotta go out here and play some ball.
You've got jorts, boots. You're missing if you had a rebel flag do-rag, you could be up there doing some nailing and hammering. For,
Well, you know the reason that I've got to wear that because I was late. I was getting my rebel flag tattoo on my arm that day. You know,
I mean, man, you should be carrying some 2x4s on a job site somewhere with this outfit on. What are you doing?
I ain't had a haircut in months. I mean, look at that. Anthony Price would be proud of that guy right there.
Yeah. You left that game when hung drywall with Anthony Price for 2 hours.
I told Dill, I said, look, I know I didn't drop any buckets, but I got a bucket of drywall I'm about to go put on.
What about Patrick Cherry coming in strong from the left side looking like a Cabbage Patch doll?
I mean, just waddled in. I didn't even realize that wasn't a kid that was our age. I thought somebody'd let the kids out because look at his shoes. It looks like the shoes that you go to kids and buy for your little kids. You know,
You could put Patrick Cherry on the shelf and sell him for $15.99 at Christmas. Look at that little ass. What you didn't see was James Hatcher in the mix.
Let me pull it up on my phone. We're passing yours around like
I'm about to Rodman that ball though. I'm about to dive out on a ball that don't even have a chance of being saved. Look at that hustle.
what you know. You and I are literally the two largest people on that court. I swear to God, I'm wearing fucking boots in that. Look at that. If you zoom in on that, I'm wearing boots in it. God, there's nobody else on that court that has an actual leather belt on.
No.
Nobody.
I got soccer shorts on, but I still ain't got lead. You got lead dungarees. You got
I got a hammer loop.
You got a hammer and a measuring tape in your pocket right there.
I don't know, man. What was I doing? You know, I was late. I was late for class for whatever reason, or late for the game for whatever reason. Was this practice? Why is there like?
No, man, it's junior pro, man.
Look at all these coats.
What?
Are those people? What is going on behind us there? Because this is so long ago that all of those
I forgot those.
all those bleachers
Forgot they were there, even there.
years and years ago.
Those were spectators, man. They paid $1 to get in and watch us.
Is that the spectator?
Yeah, absolutely. So
I forgot how bad cameras were 25 years ago.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, I couldn't even. I really didn't want to put that picture up, but I mean, you had to.
Yeah.
Then
Why wouldn't you?
Then I found this other gym. Of. Now listen, we had a lot of kids on our junior high basketball team. You know, a team was 12 people at least. Humber Springs, no, they didn't cut anybody. There's probably 25 people.
Yeah.
Half of the middle school was on our team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Legit 15, probably 12, 15.
Mm-hmm.
We went down to Alexandria and won that tournament. You were the only person off the bench.
Yes.
Cliff Smith's goofy ass forgot his uniform.
No. No, he didn't.
Who forgot his uniform?
Lucas did.
Oh, no. So Cliff.
I'm wearing Cliff's uniform.
No, you did Cliff dirty.
I didn't do him dirty.
Connie Dillahay done
Connie
him dirty.
Wayne Dillay did him dirty.
Damn. How bad would that feel to be Cliff Smith, to put your time in on the practice court, right?
Yeah.
To be there for every practice. You know you was a hustler.
Uh-huh. Oh, always.
Then you get there and be like, Lucas is big-headed ass.
Give him.
Hey, coach, I forgot my uniform.
Let me see that.
Like,
picture.
you got one job, man.
Bring your uniform. I
Bring
can't bring
your uniform.
I can't bring my uniform.
Because you were so confused because you're like, I thought I could just show up in my jorts and my tank top.
You mean I can't wear my jorts? Yeah, number 40, that's Cliff's jersey. Cliff brought his shorts.
You showed up to the gym and Connie,
I had shorts and I didn't have a jersey, and I got Cliff's jersey.
Connie Wayne's like, great, Lucas, you got a nail gun and a level, but you needed a uniform.
You mean you brought a caulking gun, you brought a utility knife, you got 4 screwdrivers, Hickman, but you don't have one jersey in your whole damn your whole kit.
Cliff Smith just got
He got railroaded right there. That was my fault. That was my fault. Because old Hickman showed up and he had
Have you ever seen it?
He had shorts and he had an overshirt. Because that was when we had outfits too that year. You remember those?
Oh yeah. No.
The white.
Here. Have you ever seen a team more depressed about winning a championship?
Well, we didn't understand because
Looks like a slam basketball cover. Everybody's going hard for the streets on that.
Here's the thing. There's the only reason that we won that game was because the other team didn't show up.
Where was Brent at?
I don't know. I don't know why we were the only people there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody.
There were
was
6
there.
of us. That was like Christmas or something.
It was a Christmas tournament.
A lot of people couldn't come, and we went down there and won the Christmas tournament. The only reason that we won is because all the other teams didn't show up.
Nah, we were good in junior high. We were good in junior high.
If I'm just going to say this, if you're good in junior high, then you should be good later on.
You should be,
but here's the thing. So if you're not, then you weren't.
No, we were good in junior high.
See, but if you're not,
we just didn't develop in high school. People just got other hobbies.
I just don't think we were ever good.
Look at James.
Yeah, I've seen him.
You reckon he had hair on his balls?
Their thumbs. He's legitimately the only one that hadn't hit puberty in that picture yet. Everybody else started their growing spurt.
Did you say he looked like a thumbs? Yep. Look at the defeated face of Cliff Smith. Look at him.
Cliff said, "This motherfucker didn't even break his jersey. It's mine." He said, "I'm number 40."
Don't you look at his face? That's the most.
He's mad. He's mad. Motherfucker, I can't play. He's the one who forgot a jersey and I don't get to play.
What if somebody fouled out? Could Cliff have got their uniform?
No, you fouled the number out.
He is devastated.
He's mad.
He went home and he went home on a notebook and he got a notebook and put your name on it and sit there and drew shit on the notebook and rubbed lipstick on, bright red lipstick, like on Billy Madison.
My name down.
I'm number 40. It's like he was writing off.
I'm number 40.
It's like he was writing off for school or something. Like he got in trouble in Miss Rama's class and was writing, I'm number 40.
And then from then on, whenever he'd answer in Delahay's class, he'd go, mate, you want Lucas to answer?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, Luke, Cliff, I see
good job.
Let's let Lucas go ahead and answer
Cliff,
this
that's
question.
correct. Lucas, good job. I'm number 40, Delahay.
Doesn't look like it.
No,
the picture looks like Lucas.
Not tonight, you ain't.
Oh, God. Whew.
That's good stuff.
Wow. Oh.
James gonna be mad. Say, did you say I look like a fun?
I'm just glad it was you. Somehow he's going to end up mad at me for it.
Yeah, I mean, you know what the problem is that being a kid that age is hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's just awkward.
It's bad.
You know, you look like thumb sometimes.
You know, I'd rather be awkward in middle school instead of take senior pictures and look like I'm taking a photo shoot for the Double XL and Source magazine here.
I left those laying out here on purpose.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
He did, and he had a really bad mustache.
I wish Eminem never come on the scene because I thought it was okay to be a gangster white boy.
Mm-hmm.
That is a bad mustache.
He really screwed it up for a lot of us.
Yeah,
we had a bad thought of what our image could actually be because of Eminem.
Do you know the worst outfit I ever wore?
Right here.
No,
one
it's
of
just a Titans outfit. That's not bad. That's jeans and a white tee.
Sorry.
In my plain white tee.
What you're wearing right now is a lot better than any of this.
Yeah.
You know how like used to telephones I am now. I tried to zoom in on your necklace right then with this picture.
What's a bad combo?
I forgot how to use pictures.
That's a polka shell. Not even polka shell. It's like one of those
Let's
beaded.
call it polka shells.
Well,
It's one of those leather. It had leather.
it wasn't leather. It was beads.
That's what I'm saying. Leather beads in it.
It was metal beads.
Okay. That's not the worst one. You remember like those little snap chains that you get on keychains from time to time? It's got the weird little clasp on it that you pull the ball out of.
Yeah.
I had one of those full size. I wore it. I wore it. I don't care.
We found my senior pictures of that. I had 2 sets of senior pictures. I had a guy from Gainesboro done a set for me.
Yeah.
Then Peanut done a set. Man, bad.
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
I had the absolute worst acne in our senior pictures ever. It was awful.
There's a picture of me and you that it's so bad. I can control. I've put ourselves out there to be made fun of several times.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
There is one that's so bad. I won't allow it. Like if somebody else finds it, good.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Put it out there if you
But
can.
Jesus Christ, man.
Where are we at?
We were leaned against a tree. Peanut's idea, no doubt.
At school?
It's wonder we still had our shirts on.
Were we at school?
It was school. It
Yeah.
was school photos.
I remember it.
You had on.
Is this the one with I had the Jinkos on?
You had Jinkos with 84 pockets.
Yeah.
84.
And you remember basketball shoes went through a stage of being, and everybody will remember this, it's our age. Now they're kind of sleek, you put them on. They were thick. They were real padded and real thick.
Yeah, nobody was twisting their ankle on them.
Not a person was. They were so padded.
Mm-hmm.
I had those on too. And ones and Jinkos.
How did N1 fall off the cliff so hard? Like
They were the biggest thing in the world.
And
1997.
The crossover tour, like everybody was doing the N1 tour with the street ballers. Now it's like you can get them for $7.84.
The only place you can buy them now is Walmart.
Yeah.
I used to
right next to the Shaq shoes.
I used to wear the crap out of N1s, but I don't know what happened to them.
Champion is the reverse of that. Like Champion was kind of cool when we were kids.
Yeah,
because it was like all the throwback. I'm gonna flick this dead energy. I flicked it all over. But like now, it's like the name. Like that's the brand.
How did that
Champion.
happen?
Mm-hmm. It all comes back full circle, and one will be hot again in 20 years.
Yeah,
you never know. But anyway, on the flip side of that, I had the white tee that I became way too comfortable wearing. You know, like we weren't broke enough that I had to just go buy a 7-pack of Hanes on loop, you know, but that's all I had in my closet for that junior year, apparently, senior year. I thought it was cool just to wear the plain white tee because you can wear it with shorts, you can wear it with jeans, you can wear it with anything. Plain white tee goes with everything. So in this picture, where you had the 84 pocket Jinkos and the 20-pound tennis shoes, I had the plain white tee, North Carolina colored zip up. They were pants. They were wind pants that was Carolina color, but they zipped off at the knee, and they were below the knee as well. Then I had the white K-Swiss Brent Duffer shoes.
Yeah.
Those will forever. Like how Brent didn't end up with the sponsorship to K-Swiss.
You know what my problem with K-Swiss was? There wasn't no flex in them. The only thing you could do with them, this is the only sound that you could make when you're running it. Because there was no flex in them. There was the hardest shoe I've ever worn. You know what I did? I rocked the shit out of them. You know why? Because Brent Duffer had them.
Well, and
I wanted some too.
Brent may have very well had a sponsorship to K-Swiss.
He may have.
Because I've never seen his get dirty.
He may have.
Mine got dirty. Yours got dirty.
Have you ever seen any wider?
Nah, man.
Day over day.
He had to have some sort of special polish for them.
Yep.
Or something. I ain't never in my life seen like he had to have 17 pairs in his closet.
I'm going to get me another pair today because mine yesterday I played baseball and now they're green.
Yeah. Because I never seen his off.
I'm going to have to take a break for just a minute. All right, I'm back. We're back. We are back. Not just me.
Yeah, I never left.
You were still here the whole time.
Just talking to my little buddy Godwin on the mobile unit.
Hey, John.
So,
hey, John. Godwin.
The other night I sat down. I made a birthday, on my birthday the other day.
Yeah.
Thank you for remembering my birthday. It means the world. I know your wife told you, but it's all good. It's all good.
What if she did?
No, I know she did. Every year she tells you.
Yeah.
Hey, Dustin. There's people telling. There's people telling Dustin happy birthday on Facebook. You may want to shoot him a text.
Oh,
it's all good.
You know what? It's not one of those things that I ever remember. I know Patrick Cherry's birthday,
which is bullshit.
It's February 14th. Born on Valentine's Day. I'll tell you how bad it is. I know that my mother and Daniel Collins, one was born on the 1st of August. One was born on the 31st of August. And I can't remember.
Yours is March 29th.
I'm not a nice person.
Yours is March 29th every year. Nice tea you have there, old man.
It's hot coffee.
It's
fucking hot.
It's hot. You got 3rd-degree burns in your tongue.
Yeah, that was hot.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was really hot. Yeah, I'm not a nice person.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But I mean, I got the birthday love. There were some friends text me. I appreciate it. No big deal. But so at the end of the night, like, I got the kids in bed. Let me tell you something. Like, there's nothing more defeating than a night like, that little building out back.
Yeah.
People probably just think I sit there and drink all the time. I don't. I don't drink beer at home much. It's just not. We've talked about this till I'm blue in the face on the podcast. You don't drink at all anymore. I barely drink anymore. That's why I didn't feel bad the other night. I put a thing on Facebook. Me and Lindsay were out there, and I kind of just I had a cigar. I'd had back for a while. It come from Miami. I put it up. So I sit there and I smoked a cigar and I fixed me a little whiskey and Coke. I had a little thing of Jim Beam.
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday, man. I got the kids down. Let me tell you something. Most nights at my house, Bayless, we know how wild he is. We know how wild he is. He's a cult freaking figure on this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
By the way, as we were eating dinner last night, we cooked up some fish and some hush puppies and fried potatoes. Man, we had that meal. It was I love that.
Showing
meal.
off a little bit.
I love it. I love that. I love baked beans, macaroni, fried potatoes on that thing.
Yeah, just showing off a little bit, showing off them cooking skills to yourself.
Well, Lindsay cooked it.
Yeah,
I ate the shit out of it though. Yeah. But when Bayless stood up in the table and everybody, all the Bayless fans are gonna love this. They said, looked at Jack, said, "What's up, Tubbs?" Because he's fat. He's a fat baby.
Mm-hmm.
He said, because Waylon's fat, Mommy's fat, Daddy's got that fat. Not me. He stands up in the chair, pulls up his 6-pack. He goes, "Not me, because I'm skinny. I live in a fat house full of fatties, and I'm skinny." And I said, "Yeah, and you're about to get that ass beat. That's what you're going to get. That little skinny ass going to get beat." Because nobody talking about my plumpness. Don't need it.
You know, here's the thing. They say you shouldn't hit your kids.
Yeah.
They say you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You go in front of a judge and tell him that story. And then tell him, say, so I hit him. Judge will go, dismissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out.
Well, I told him I hope he grow up to be 325 pounds and have diabetes.
Exactly. I hope your 4-year-old conversation that you had comes back to bite you.
You know, and no difference with Waylon. Waylon comes by.
Yeah, I hope he gets diabetes too.
He comes back and hits the tit every now and then.
You know,
like, you know what?
You know what I've been calling that? The light switch. I go through and do the light switch on people.
Yeah. The bean dip is what somebody else called it. Who called it the bean dip? Somebody told me that.
No, that's pretty funny though.
Yeah. Anyway, Waylon come through and hit the tit, and I'm like, it's genetics. I was like,
Them are coming.
I was like, you want to find 14-year-old picture of me? Hell of a lot skinnier than you there, baby fat.
You got take this and show it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, show that to the kid.
18, looking sexy. All
Yeah.
That could not get some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About you. Not you, but him.
Yeah.
Waylon ain't really chubby. Waylon
He
actually
still got a little baby fat on him, but
his
that's
face. His face. He's got the same face I've got because I can cover mine up with a beard.
Right.
Like a nice beard.
Yeah.
He cannot cover it up. We did that thing. I told Waylon, this is mean. This is so mean. But remember those things that I put out last year where they had that app going around where you can make yourself look old?
Yeah. Yeah.
I done it on me, and I looked like I was a 65-year-old smoker.
Uh-huh.
And you look like a 125-year-old smoker. You didn't age as well as I did.
And I'm not going to.
No.
And I'm not right now.
Waylon,
I'm not right now, let's be honest.
Waylon looked like a gray-headed dyke. He looked like a 65-year-old lesbian. I said, Waylon, you got your old beard. You got to let him get that facial hair.
Son, some faces beg for a beard.
He looked like a Phyllis.
Ours is one of them.
He was Phyllis.
Yeah.
Phyllis. That's what he was. Phyllis Kennedy, my 65-year-old lesbian daughter.
Yeah. And everybody knows what Phyllis looks like. And some faces need a beard, and you and I have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I have one now.
Oh, it's glorious. So anyway, what I was getting to by that, the whole reason, I'm the worst to do a podcast. I can't imagine it'd be much worse to do a podcast than anybody because I go around all this to get to the point.
Oh, hell, who cares?
I sat down and I smoked my cigar because
Right.
by the end of the night,
Sometimes.
our kids, man, I feel like by the time I've said, get down. Bayless, stop. Bayless, stop. Bayless, stop. Bayless, stop. Fucking quit.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, get down. Hey, buddy, get down.
Mm-hmm.
Get down. By the time that's over, and it's like I've been in a 12-round boxing match and I'm defeated. And the Wi-Fi just hit up a little bit ago. I don't even want to.
Got a headache.
I'm tired. I got a headache.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cramping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Maybe maybe tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to drink beer.
Yeah.
I just want to go to bed. I want to slob on my pillow so hard. I want to give my pillow
The best head.
the best head, all the head.
Yeah.
And then so
Make my other pillow jealous.
yeah, the other pills gonna be like, well,
What the hell happened there?
okay, can we switch it up? Can I get it tomorrow night? No.
So me
this
and
is
him
my
did the
pillow.
exact same thing tonight. No, you didn't.
Mm-mm. So that night I felt it's my birthday. I'm not letting these little shits win tonight.
We'll have a whiskey.
They went and laid down. I went out there by myself. I didn't tell nobody nothing. And I texted Lindsay. I said, "Come out when the kids get laid down. When they're down. Come
And
out."
wear your red panties when you come.
I didn't tell her that, but she
Okay.
came out. She was coming out to the building about the time. So I sat down. I had my whiskey. I had my cigar.
Uh-huh.
And I turned on. I said, "What do you want to listen to?"
Uh-huh.
I said, "Pick a vinyl over there." And she goes, "Well, it's your birthday. You pick." I said, "All right." I said, "You can't go wrong with this one." So I put on, and I said on Facebook, the best Eric Church album ever.
Right.
Sinners Like Me.
Right.
Not a bad song on it.
Mm-mm.
So somebody said, "Oh, you said the best album, so you must be playing Chief." And to which I said, "Chief's not bad." I said,
Yeah.
"Sinners Like Me, to me, is just better. It has more value to me. Maybe the title, maybe I like the title better." So I did a screenshot here of both. And here's the best way to determine this. There's one more song on. There's 2 more songs, I guess. On no, I just didn't screen. I didn't hold them together. So let's just do it like this. Let's just go down the list and compare songs 1 and 2, 2 and 2,
Okay.
1 and 1. Before She Does or Creeping.
Creeping.
I'm Before She Does. Creeping's fine though.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just like.
What?
They're about the same to me. Neither one of those are my favorite Eric Church song.
Let me just pull up. Let me put it up here where I can see it. I can see it too. So
You're gonna have to put 2 screens.
yeah, I can do that. I can almost do that. Now, what is Before She Does? That was a question for you.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the lyrics.
He
Jesus will come back before she does. OJ did it. Lee Harvey didn't.
did do it. I don't remember that song, so I'm gonna go with Creeping. What's the name of the other one?
Chief.
Yeah. Now here we go.
Remember it now?
Mm-mm.
All right.
I don't remember it.
All right. Give me a pen over there.
There's all kinds of them out here now. I brought all of our stuff out of the basement.
All right. Chief.
Yeah.
Sinners. So we split on that one.
Yeah.
All right. The next one. Drink in My Hand or Sinners Like Me.
Sinners Like Me.
Yes.
All day long.
Yep. I mean, Drink in My Hand was his big.
Uh-huh.
That was the one. If you're looking to like the one that made him. Kind
Yeah.
of Jack Daniels and Drink in My Hand, kind of off this. He got famous off Chief, but
Right. He went big off of Chief anyway.
he got his fan. But anyway.
Yeah.
Keep On or How About You.
I like How About You.
Me too. I don't even keep on.
I'd say I've heard it, but I can't.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Does or These Boots.
To me, I like Jesus Does better.
Yeah, I like These Boots better.
Okay.
But I like Jesus Does. We'll put a mark for both.
Yeah.
Hungover and Hard Up or What I Almost Was.
I go either way.
I mean, it's not a bad. Chief is not a bad album. I love
Yeah.
Chief too. I'm just saying. So you're gonna go.
I'll go. What I Almost Was.
That's what I would pick.
Mm-hmm.
Homeboy or The Hard Way.
I've got to say Homeboy.
Yeah. I didn't like Homeboy to start with, and it grew on me.
Right.
So you go with that. I'm gonna go The Hard Way. I just like listening to it better.
Mm-hmm.
Guys Like Me or Country Music Jesus.
Guys Like Me.
But Country Music Jesus is a damn good song too.
Yeah.
But Guys Like Me is his premier song off this one. One of them. Lightning or Jack Daniels.
Lightning.
Same thing. I mean,
Yeah, all day.
yeah. And Jack Daniels is fun. That's a fun song.
It is.
The Lightning's just a hell of a story.
God, it's just such a good story, man. That was my very first introduction to Eric Church. Of like getting into his thing was
That's
Lightning.
his songwriting, man. It's just good songwriting. Springsteen or Can't Take It With You.
Oof, man, those are two good songs. I think Can't Take It With You When You Go because it's just such a, it's not a ballad, but it's such like it has some such epic parts in the song.
Yeah. I get
the cadence and the tempo to it is just so good.
Springsteen I don't love, but for his
I do like it, but it's not.
I like it live, and that's about it. I never
Okay.
listen to it on the CD. I never listen to it on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'll click off of it every time. But for his career, and because I'm feeling sorry for Chief, I'll go for Springsteen.
Right.
I'm Getting Stoned or Pledge Allegiance to the Hag. Hag,
Yeah.
no doubt. Number 11.
Over When It's Over versus Two Pink Lines. If you don't go with Over When It's Over, I'm gonna slap you in the stupid mouth.
Well, I'll tell you why. I'm going to go. I'll give you Over When It's Over, and I'm going Two Pink Lines. The reason I am is because Sinners was released in 2006. My kid, who wasn't exactly playing, was 2006,
Right.
so it's just always funny.
Yeah.
And then Living Part of Life's the bonus song. It's on Chief, or on Sinners.
Yeah. I don't know, man. They're both good albums. Really, really good albums.
Well, grand tally on that is 17-5.
Okay.
Sinners
All
Chief
right.
of what we picked.
Uh-huh.
That don't mean Chief's a bad album. I just think Sinners just iconic.
It is. It's such a good album.
It was his debut album. He wrote all the songs. We've talked about it a lot on here that the albums that people make before they hit mainstream is their best stuff.
Those when he's on that Can't Take It With You, and he's talking about she got away with everything that I had going, and she got away before I could make it all right. Man, that's just that. I've always got more time. I'll have time to do it. I'll have time to do it. And then at some point you run out of time. Oh, fuck, that's such a good line.
Yeah,
man. That's such a good line.
He's the best.
Yeah.
I don't know that you find many bad songs their church has ever done. So I just wanted to look at it like that because when the girl commented on that and said Chief, and I said, well, she ain't wrong. I mean, Chief's a hell of a record. It's the one, like I said, it's the one that put him into the mainstream. Plenty of people knew Eric Church before Chief. But, when Jack Daniels and Drink in My Hand, really, and Springsteen, when those songs hit, he put him in another stratosphere, really. But I just like the old stuff, just like I still like Put the Old Back in Country, and I like, I don't know if Tyler Childers can record for 20 years, and I don't know if I like anything better than Purgatory.
Yeah.
Or even
such a good album.
Or even the Red Barn sessions, it's just a lot of times that early stuff.
Man, him sitting on that stage being fucking 11 years old playing that thing. No facial hair or anything. I don't know how old he was, but he looked like 11. He was 6 or something, he was
probably
just
18 really.
Belting it out. Man, it was so good. If anybody hasn't watched the videos, you've never seen a more intense 12-year-old sing a song than Tyler Childers at the Red Barn session.
No, nothing's ever going to pop off on the right side of the stage. I love those memes where you're just sitting there staring into the, he's always going psychotically into the right side of the stage.
Yeah, there's nothing happening over there. He's got his eyes on it. You ain't sneaking up on him over there.
No.
Behind him.
Yeah, you got him all day long.
He's had from the back. It's really good.
It's not weird to say. He's had from the back.
Well, I said it though.
Yeah. It's been a minute since we've we did it, I think, at the end of the last episode, but on the old Silverado page, they provided us a dandy today.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's several screenshots here. But
I've been reading comments on YouTube video. When somebody obviously makes a funny comment, and it's obvious that the comment is a joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do people take it seriously? That's the most ingenuine.
Yeah.
This guy, I watched a video the other day of this bear walking out of the woods. And there's a Russian man sitting on what are those things that you sit on your outside? Picnic table. He's sitting on a picnic table. Well, Yogi Bear comes walking out trying to see what's in his picnic basket, right? So he walks over to this guy. The guy's sitting there eating his sandwich and never quits. The bear gets all the way up to him, and the Russian guy looks over his shoulder. You know what the Russian guy does? He looks at the bear. He stares him down. You know what the bear does? He freaks out and runs off. Hilarious. This guy comments. He said, this isn't funny. Somebody could have been hurt. That's an apex predator. That poor bear didn't know he was messing with a Russian. Hilarious comment. Turns it around on you right at the end, right? Scroll on down 3 comments deep. Actually, bears are very dangerous regardless of whether that man's a Russian or not. He shouldn't, he's very lucky he didn't get killed and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Jesus Christ, be funny. Somebody be funny. Don't take everything so serious.
Stop it, Karen.
Oh my God, Karen. And if that name, that's the best name for a person ever. All those are Karens. Those are male Karens. Those are female Karens. Those are little 12-year-old kid Karens. Karens are everywhere.
There's a lot of Karens in the world.
They're everywhere, and they're in the comment sections of everything. Yeah. Anyway,
everybody just we all see the comments.
Yeah,
comments can make or break anything.
Video.
Everything's just everybody.
That's why If I ever go back to social media and I post anything, I'm not reading any comment.
Well, this probably isn't over the top for you because
Okay.
you're really smart with vehicles. These people are just so dumb to me, though. It's just like,
Right. Too much.
like these guys have, to me, they've never been anywhere besides work in their garage.
Right.
They go to work and they come home,
Uh-huh.
just tear apart the vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
just comment on this old Chevrolet page. What AFM, and the reason I come back to this one because we talked about the AFM to start with, which means what?
Air
AFM?
fuel management.
Which AFM delete kit did y'all run? I just dropped the number 1 myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well. Garrett says range technology. Wait, my bad. You said kit. So Jamie replies, hey, Garrett, I got that chip. They say lifter and cams too? Garrett says, no, I don't think so. LOL. TJ says, I use the BTR kit.
Yeah.
Jamie says, that come with a programmer with it? Nope. I paid a friend to use HP tuners to disable the DOD in the computer. Okay, thanks, man. I think said and done, I was about 4,500 to 5K out. I'm gonna do mine myself. Know what brand? I got most of it through Texas Speed. Then I did a lot of upgrades while I was in there. Probably why I'm more than most.
Why? That's what they call a humble brag.
Well,
Right.
you know what Brad told him?
Tell me.
Hey, Zach, you got fucked. Brad.
Yay!
Brad, early MVP in the
win.
comment section. Zach says, oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
And Brad said, even with a Texas Speed Cam, parts are like $1,500, bud. Zach says, you don't know how to read, huh? I did a lot of upgrading, cam swap, head work, oil pump, fuel lines. I didn't do a DOD AFM delete. Well, I'm sorry, Zach. Exactly where in the comments above did you tell Brad that you did a lot of upgrading, cam swap, head work, oil pump, fuel lines? You didn't say shit about that, Zach.
Yeah, I didn't hear none of that up above. So maybe he can read. Maybe you can't write. Maybe you can't type.
Maybe you're the problem, Zach.
Maybe you've been huffing too many of your exhaust fumes because you did that air fuel management delete on there, and now you got carbon monoxide just spewing out of everywhere, and you're dying. You're dying. You're
What you don't know, Zach.
What you don't know is you've got brain damage, you motherfucker.
To which Jamie says, oh, yikes. I've been looking at lifter and cam kits and include a programmer for $800, $1,200. Zach says, yeah, but you aren't going to gain anything. Just sound. I went for performance.
Yeah, he sure did.
I hate Zach.
You know what Zach's trying to do? He's trying to. He thought he was going to come in hot, and people were going to start saying, "Oh, what kind of performance upgrades you get? $5,000." I bet he's really done some stuff. And you know what happened? He got flamed because He thought I'm gonna be cool, and now nobody thinks he's cool, and he's trying to say, "Yeah, I am cool," because watch this.
Well, Jamie just playing nice with him. Oh, I got you. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Brad,
you know who that is? That's the buddy that sees it going south and goes,
I'm gonna
help him out.
Well, Brad comes
ain't gonna
in.
let him.
Brad's playing nice.
Yeah.
Actually, he said, you never mentioned that. LOL. Now that price makes a bit more sense. And Zach can't ever just say,
He ain't gonna let it go.
Zach is that guy that never takes the blame.
Mm-mm.
Zach's never once in his life said, my bad.
Yeah.
Never held himself
He
accountable
said,
for anything.
"Oh, that's your bad."
Zach says, yeah, assuming 5.3, you will make 280 to 300 maybe to the ground. The next comment he should have said was, hey, Brad, I overlooked that I didn't put all that info in my bio.
You know what he should have said? He should have said, "Hey, Brad, that was pretty funny."
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, LOL, my bad.
But he just overlooks the complete thing and tells him, assuming 5.3, you will make around 280 to 300 maybe to the ground. Jamie says, well, you probably aren't wrong. Now I got an excuse to do some upgrades. Ha, ha, ha. How many miles you got on it since the delete? 3K. Okay, nice. And it isn't a nice 3K.
Yeah. No. Been going hard on it.
Jamie said,
I went hard in it.
Well, Jamie picked up what he was putting down right there. Jamie said, gave it hell, I assume. Zach said, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
He's 13.
Here's the best thing. I just did the LSX Celebration 2.1 DOD delete kit on my 07 4x4 work truck. And after dyno tune, I was making 286 to the wheel Goddamn hell, that's with stock intake and exhaust. It cost me around $1,500 altogether. Zach. I hope Zach at some point gets locked in a room with Louis C.K.
Yeah. He goes, hey, Zach. If I have to listen to one more of these stories again, I'm going to rub one out in front of you, and I'm not going to ask about it.
And I'm putting it on your belly.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and rub one out into the exhaust of your truck.
Well, finally, Zach exits stage left. We don't hear from him for a little while. He's giving somebody else some spotlight. Yeah. Dwayne says, running that TSP, DOD, and VVT delete.
Yeah.
All the extra abbreviations, man. Fred says, if you disable the AFM, is the VVT disabled too? I disabled my AFM with my tuner. Dwayne said, I had to tune DOD and VVT out when I deleted it running a non-VVT cam. My mind just exploded. I don't know. You're smarter than I am about this. My mind.
Variable valve timing is what they're.
Man.
Yeah.
No.
You know, here's the thing about trucks. Just drive them.
You know, I get in my truck and I make sure I have gas. It's cold weather. I make sure the antifreeze is topped off.
Is the oil good?
Is the oil good?
Is there fuel in it?
Has the tires been rotated properly?
Let's drive it. Just drive it. You know what happens when you start messing with all that stuff? They don't run like they're supposed to. That's why you get 120,000 mile trucks out there.
Well,
they're blown up.
AMS Racing. Any problem since? Well, that's the kid I'm looking at. Was wondering how streamlined that programmer is that comes with it. Man, I just got the budget kit. Gonna finish it when I get back from vacation. Oh, okay, I got you. Any of y'all near me do a tune on my turbo setup?
No, man.
I run the LSA acceleration with their stage 2 cam. Made a big difference.
You know,
wow.
You know, if you want a hot rod, you should go buy a hot rod.
Yeah. If you want a Silverado,
you should probably just buy a Silverado and drive it. You know, because you put, you know, like Zach said, you're gonna put $5,000 into one, and what are you gonna have? You still got a damn Silverado. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up Zach right now on Facebook. That was just screenshots.
You're still gonna get smoked by any Honda Civic that's on the road. You know what I mean? Your truck.
Realistically, Zach belongs in a Honda Civic.
Yeah. I mean, those are if this was when we were kids, all of those guys would have Honda Civics and Preludes. Prelude would have Honda Preludes, and Honda Civics would have big ass mufflers on it. You know, a muffler that's way too big that don't do anything for
Zach
him.
took a screen.
Oh, I guarantee you. I know that guy. I know that guy all the time. Yeah. He's got on his mama's socks. Been riding motorcycles off in the background. You got you know how I know this is the guy?
Why?
He's got a trophy on his bedpost up there. You know what that trophy's for? Having the best truck. That's the best truck trophy right there, and his mama gave it to him when she gave him them socks.
Oh, man. So completely flipping gears here. Been a minute since we podcast, so we got all kinds of listener interaction.
Yeah.
They heard.
We got some. Go ahead.
Oh, you do? Let me read this one thing while you're pulling up the interaction. So Curtis Hatcher, I'm sorry. I don't know that he did or didn't read our vibrator. But he sent me a screenshot of something the other day. This is perfectly sensible to me. With a man and a woman, the double standards that come with sex lives, and we've talked about it numerous times on this podcast. How why are women shamed for sleeping around? It's because you're the one that determines it. You know, we had a real funny segment back several shows ago. We broke down why. Well, here's a good screenshot. When a woman gets a vibrator, it's seen as a bit of a naughty fun. But when a man orders a 240-volt Fuckmaster Pro 5000 blow-up latex doll with a 6-speed pulsating puss, elasticized anus with non-drip semen collecting trade together with optimal built-in realistic orgasm screen with the option of a moaner or a painter in a 7.1 sound system, he's called a pervert.
Yeah.
And that's just not right.
I don't know who wrote that, but thank God for whoever that is.
Yeah, it was great. That
was very good.
Made my day when Curtis sent that to me. I know that.
Our terrible dad jokes video on YouTube. We don't get a lot of YouTube views because we don't have a view.
Yeah.
But has had like 295 views.
I wondered what happened to that show.
Because of it having the words dad jokes in it.
Oh no.
It's getting like brought up to a lot of people. It's getting through out there and a lot of things.
We got roasted, didn't we?
No, not yet. We haven't,
Oh.
but we are getting some thumbs down on it. And I don't know why, but I do know why. But the Laura Yarian said DK reading those lyrics was a money shot on probably the most empowering song ever written on our WAP video.
Oh yeah, was that the same episode?
No, that was two different episodes. That was episode 158. Those were two different things. Those was what I call a disconnected thought there. On the Josh Kennedy episode, we might have read this one. Rumor has it DK still doesn't know how to change a tire. And Connor Hale also said on our episode 151, how much is the taco salad? Hashtag RIP Juice World.
Yeah.
So I didn't. Whenever I got this new phone, I didn't sign into all of our stuff. We are losing viewers or subscribers based on our terrible dad jokes.
Oh man,
We're down like 4 or 5 subscribers. Now we were also up. Some people subscribe to us and then turn around and desubscribe to us.
I wonder if we said something else that was bad in that show.
Who cares?
I don't.
Right.
That was kind of.
It could have.
I just don't know what we talked about.
Yeah.
Man, lost
Yeah.
subscribers. Do you get a notification when you lose subscribers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I just thought it was interesting. After that one, we had a lot of YouTube stuff happen all at once.
Yeah, I wondered. I did click on I do periodically go on our YouTube and look at the differences, and I noticed because we don't get a lot of views on YouTube. It's all iTunes and Stitcher. And,
Yeah.
man, I noticed I was like, what a peak that one like that.
That terrible dad jokes. That was that phrase put it into a lot of other algorithms.
I hate that people. I mean, we were just done that to be kind of silly.
Yeah.
So I hate that they tuned in for that.
Yeah.
And that wasn't our. We weren't trying to be over the top.
And the thing is, they only listened to about 20 minutes of it, so they didn't even get to the terrible dad jokes.
We just sucked right off the bat, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway.
Well, win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
This one's better
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, so far.
I feel like it has been.
Well, who knows?
Yeah, maybe not. So we can go a number of ways here. I would like for you to go on Amazon. 9.5 inch relaxed fit
You know what's sad?
carpenter shorts.
You know what's sad about this is that you sent me that the other day, and I've Googled it on my phone 2 or 3 times since then, thinking, that's not bad. It's not a bad price for them.
Type in stone washed indigo blue at the top, just see if it'll clean up a little bit. And that's just the one I found. I don't even know why I looked at this. Maybe that wasn't Amazon I was looking those up on. Thought it was.
I mean, there's some good ones on here.
Yeah. I just had found the reviews on them to be fairly good.
Right there. I would have wore the shit out of that back in the day.
Man, you should.
Lured men's casual slim fit cotton solid multi-pocket cargo shorts. It's all the same ones we just looked at.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah. That's it. Looks similar. Yeah, that's it right there.
That's it.
Go to the reviews on those.
Let's see them.
People were so proud of their. I don't know. This was just funny to me. I don't know why.
Quality on display right there. Great jean type shorts, good fit, material, and workmanship. There should be belt loops closer to the top button. Some have belt loops about an inch either side of the top button. I don't have a beer belly, and belt still rides up and over the top of the shorts. I think Dickies had these at one time, but cutting corners seems to be the way it is now. So there's somebody who is a denim short aficionado.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's worried about where the actual belt loops are.
Yeah, is this where the new wave of cargo shorts are going?
I don't like where it's heading now.
Now look,
this man right here is 50, between the ages of 55 and 64, and he says, I work for a living, so I need these to be loose fitting. I even ordered a size larger because of the other reviews. They do fit, but the front pockets are a joke. I can barely get my hands in there to retrieve screws and whatever, and I haven't washed them. Just has me concerned. So if you decide to buy a pair of these shorts, make sure you go a size up. Oh yeah, They are long in the length, below the knee, kind of annoying. That man right there hangs drywall for a living. I would imagine.
Now listen,
and I think I know that man. I think I know who it is.
I've been wearing clothes for 37 years.
Uh-huh.
I've never once thought to put a review on clothes.
Never have I ever. This guy says, great price, fits as expected, lasts long. I'm a professional trim carpenter, and they get a beating. Buy 'em.
Oh, this guy.
He's not happy with it.
Whoa, is that cussing?
I usually buy shitty carpenter shorts is what that probably says.
I couldn't put it together. Thank you.
No, that's not what that is. That's probably another brand name.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. But could not find any anywhere. I needed some new ones, so I tried the Dickies. Big mistake. Waist is very tight. Well, you're fat, kid. 65 or over, your waist is getting away from it. Waist is very tight. Blank of the same dimensions, fit perfectly. Also, side pockets are useless. Well, there you go. These pants are useless then.
Is it incriminating to actual name another brand? Like if I'm doing an Adidas review, is it against the law?
No.
Put Nike?
Here's the thing. They just don't want to give the...
they don't give the glory.
They don't want to give who the other person
because they can't find them already.
Right.
And if they put them on the spot like that and tell them how good of a damn cargo short they make, people's going to be buying them from everywhere.
The front one's so shallow, anything I put in it falls out. Plus, they are very narrow. My cell phone will not go in the side pockets. Again, it works great.
Hold on. I'm going to cut you off right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked because I figured this guy would have a clip. Anybody that wears these shorts, I 100% expect them to have the belt clip.
You got that right.
He's a goddamn trailblazer here.
I believe he's saying Carhartt carpenter shorts. So if anybody out there, I believe he's saying Carhartt.
Look here.
Carhartt.
So I got on right now, bibbed overalls.
Again, it works great on Carhartt. That's what I'm just going to say. Again, it works great on Carhartts. They are much less expensive than Carhartt, and I really wanted them to work. The old saying, you get what you pay for, applies here. You got that right, Uncle Fred. You do.
Yeah.
First time buyer, last time buyer. First and last.
It just tickled me, man.
Yeah.
It just tickled me. The people, that was the exact reviews that I read, the reason I thought we'd have this segment. I just can't believe that men now. I could see a woman going completely in on some clothing reviews.
I want to do a little bit of analytics on this real quick.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
So I'm scrolling down through here. This is a male, 45 to 54. This is a male, 55 to 64. 65 or over. 65 or over. 65 or over. Let's go on to the next page of reviews. And what do we got here? 65 or over. 65 or over. 55 to 64.
Where do you see this at?
Here we go.
Oh,
25 to 34. Very comfortable. We'll buy again. Excellent price. 65 or over. 55 to 64. 55 to 64.
Oh, we got an apology up there, I think.
Where was it now? Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Here's an anonymous review.
They're terrible. Save your money. Return
them both. Material and fit are very poor.
Dickies, what you say about it?
We understand your disappointment and apologize for any inconvenience that this may have caused you. We appreciate you taking time to provide your feedback on Dickies brand. Customer feedback is always valuable to us and helps us better understand the needs of our customers. But he didn't give you much feedback. He said they're terrible, save your money, return them both, material and fit very poor. I guess he did give some.
That was Dickie's way of saying we don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
We don't care if you buy our $19.99 jean shorts or not.
You know what they should have said? Look, you gave $14.94 for these at Walmart. Let's curb our optimism here.
Cover our expectations.
Too tight. These shorts, the shorts I was sent were listed as relaxed fit, which for me typically means they'll be loose fitting. They fit as though they're 2 sizes too small and have no room in the seat. You know what I wear all the time? Dickies shorts. 65 and over, 55 to 64, 55 to 64, 55 to 64, 65 and over, 65 and over, 45 to 54.
Just hike up your white tube socks with your New Balance and wear the shit out of them.
Look, Grandpa, this ain't 1958. They ain't the same as it was.
Get what you get and don't throw a fit.
Yeah. Back in the day, whenever we didn't have to cut all of our cost down to absolutely nothing to make these, it would have been fine. And an extra large in China is completely different than one an extra large in the United States is.
Hell, you know what? I ordered a damn green flannel pullover from some Chinese company that I immediately knew I was screwing up at.
Yeah.
So I tried to get my money back. It didn't work. They weren't taking money back. So I was like, well, this is going to be wild when I get it. God knows prayers going up, how this is going to fit. A month later, as most Chinese, transactions go, it actually came from Bangkok. It was not the green flannel pullover that I thought I was going to look
not even close.
Badass in. No, it was khaki. It was khaki. Lindsay sent me a screenshot and said, what did you just order for me? Because I don't like it. I don't want to be mean, but I would never wear this. I said, that's not yours. That's supposed to be green. That's supposed to be an extra large.
And it's supposed to be mine.
It's a khaki medium. Then these assholes from Bangkok say, it would cost too much to ship back. I said, yeah, I didn't ask them to send it back. I said, I want my shirt. I want the one that I ordered. They're offering me a 5%, 10%, 15% off your next purchase. I said, you don't understand. There's not going to be another purchase.
Yeah. I just want the shirt that I actually ordered.
Yeah. I said, I'm not even asking for my money back. Just send me the damn shirt. I don't care if it's 2 months from now.
Yeah.
I wear
At some point,
just give me
I'd
the
like
shirt.
to have it.
Oh, not these guys.
No, they ain't going to do it. So we went through 38 reviews, and there was one review from a man that was less than 44.
Yeah. And only one was helpful.
Only one.
That was that guy. That was the 20.
That's a bunch of old Karens.
I'd like to go off on a tangent for a second. I've been bullied.
That's really what this show is. A bunch of tangents. So go for it.
I've been bullied so many times. DK's a celebrity stalker.
Yeah.
I need to apologize to Scarlett Denton the other day. She stopped me at Tractor Supply and John Denton's sister. She's like, how do you meet all these celebrities? And I kind of went off. It was just kind of a deal.
And not right. And so, because you're already cocked and locked and loaded on this because it happened so much.
Yeah. And I said, well, it ain't because I'm stalking them, Scarlett.
Just right out of the gate.
Sometimes, the Titans, they have these things called caravans. They have these meet and greets. There is an infinite number of ways you can meet Tennessee Titans players. Okay? Same with musicians. I've just been able to meet them after shows. I said, I'm sorry I was so much with that answer. I said, it's just the fact that we've talked about this on the podcast, and people act like I'm hanging out at baggage claim, meeting people, like I'm meeting pro wrestlers. There's this group on Facebook about pro wrestlers, and here it is. You get all these jack-offs, and they've got a duffel bag full of action figures they're shoving in wrestlers' faces at 5 a.m. I'm not doing that. She goes, oh. And, and I said, I'm sorry. That was all that. But this has been a thing. But
Scarlett walked away going, that guy's an asshole.
Yeah, goddamn boy, it's a little sensitive.
Yeah.
But no, we laughed about it after it was over. We laughed, and she was like, well, I'm sorry I brought it up. And I was like, no. But anyway, I'm just going to tell you, my level of fandom for all this stuff, that's why if I've ever been called a fan, maybe earlier in times when you come from Harmony Springs and you meet somebody you see on television. I've only been really starstruck a couple times. Shaq, I was starstruck. I'll not lie to anybody. That was like, holy shit, it's finally
Didn't
him.
you sit in his lap and get a picture?
That didn't happen, but fuck off, regardless, And anyway, there's only been a couple times like, damn, that is like Hulk Hogan, that's Shaq. But for the most part, it's just been like, early on, it was maybe kind of cool to see some of these musicians or whatever, because you never met anybody famous at the time. Now it's whatever. So I want to talk about these people on the internet. And like people that can give me crap. I clicked on a thing with Sasha Banks, pro wrestler Sasha Banks the other day. I clicked on the comments. These people are like, oh, Sasha, you changed my life. You've done this. You've done that. you're the best ever had been. You know what these people had? They had Sasha Banks as their profile picture and their header.
Really?
You can
now. How would a professional wrestler go about changing someone's life?
Now,
I know how. I'm clicking through pictures right now of Sasha Banks, and I know how she changes a 13-year-old boy's life. She puts him into puberty. Is what happens here.
Yeah. Now, she's hot. But it's like people, you're such an inspiration. I'm trying to be a female wrestler, and you're such an inspiration.
Okay, well, there you go.
And you look at their profile.
And it's pictures of her.
Look,
my God.
Yeah, she's hot. I mean, she is hot.
She's a 10. A 10.
She's Snoop Dogg's cousin. Random.
I can kind of see that too. She kind of looks like Snoop Dogg in the face a little bit.
Nothing about her looks like
her
Snoop
face
Dogg.
a little bit.
But I mean, never in my life, people have, Sasha Banks fan pages, AJ Styles fan page. Like I've noticed that wrestling fans are the worst for it. Like I don't see a lot of.
You don't see people that like follow comedians having Kevin Hart as their.
Yeah, I don't see Kevin Durant fan pages for basketball. It's that weird, lonely
wrestling
community, that I'm ashamed to be a fan of because these fucking weird creepers are just out. They're like It's happened like a couple times in the last couple months where wrestling divas have had their house broken into while they were there because stalkers, and I guarantee if they search their Twitter, it's got.
They know the guy. It's probably not a surprise which guy it was.
Well, and I'm sure it was I forget the wrestling chick, Mandy Rose, or no, it was their partner. Either way, I guarantee if they find that guy that broke into their house, his Twitter had her as the profile picture in the header photo. Okay, so that's one thing. Get off of me about. I don't have Shaquille O'Neal as my profile picture, my header for my Twitter. I don't have a Twitter page set up separately. It says fans of Shaquille O'Neal lovers. Now, I love Shaquille O'Neal more than anybody.
Right.
Until you see the Twitter pages and they're like, okay, this guy's got me beat. That's her husband, by the way.
I see that. That
don't add up.
Yeah, that's less than matches. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. They use the absolute worst picture of the guy as the this is her husband picture.
Now, I think her having him in a headlock and he's 4 inches below her.
Yeah.
That don't help.
He's 5'6", and she is she's not much taller than that.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that right there, if we're talking about athletes or wrestling, that's not me. Okay. Right. Then we click on the Tennessee Titans people. Now, these people this is on the Titans group I'm on. Now, I love the Titans.
Right.
I would name my dog.
I believe that.
I would name my dog maybe Titan.
Right.
I would maybe name my dog Jake or Marcus. Maybe my dog. Now, my kid, I'm not saying if you're not
saying you named a kid after a famous musician or anything.
Yeah,
at one point.
I'm not saying I'm not against it if it's a normal name, right?
Right.
Like I love Jake Locker. If there wasn't already a Jake,
real close to you
in our family, maybe Lindsay's got a nephew named Jake.
Okay.
I'm not saying that Jack or Bayless couldn't have been a Jake because I love Jake Locker. This guy posted this post and said, "Hey, my fellow Titans friends. So I'm having a baby girl. Really wanted to figure out a name I can affiliate with the team. We've been trying to figure it out, but at a standstill. Right now, we have Sky Moon at the moment or Titan Sky."
Here's the thing. Those are both terrible names.
Those are bad.
Those are bad. Your kid's going to grow up knowing that you're an idiot is what happens.
And then therefore...
You want to hide the fact that you're an idiot from your kids as long as you possibly can.
Yeah, they're going to find out eventually.
Yeah,
they're going to start life off going, God dang, like as soon as you're in kindergarten.
Your dad's an idiot.
Sky Moon.
Present. Titan Moon.
Titan Sky, are you here? Titan Sky. It's gonna be like that. Peel and what's it?
Key and Peel.
Key and Peel. Nobody's going to want to answer to that in class. D-nice. So they say. So these people are pumping them up, though, man.
Yeah.
Go Greek mythology. Look up Greek women gods and find one that interests you and your other half. Then another person screenshot something. It says Nike. Nike was the goddess of victory in Greek mythology. If I'm a Titans fan and I'm looking for a girl's name, our owner's name, Amy.
I was going to say, there's a very powerful woman that owns the Titans now. Why not name it after her?
Let's call her Amy.
Yeah.
How about let's double up. Amy Adams Strunk. Okay, that's the owner. We got Titans Amy, who's like the official, like one of the main people that does stuff with Mike Keith. Amy seems like the name. That's the go-to name.
Seems like that would be it.
Freaking God. We got to go do all that? Okay. So I'm not that weirdo. Yeah, I named my kid Waylon after the biggest badass in country music history.
Which is a normal name.
That's a normal name. It's not Titan Sky.
Right.
Okay, so again, I'm just saying, I'm wanting to point out to our redneck listeners
that you ain't quite as bad as some of the other ones.
That when I'm getting made fun of, there's other parallel, there's other things here to compare me against. I'm not naming my kid Titan Sky. As big as a Titan, because somebody said, "Where's DK at?" "Oh, find the Titans. That's where he's at." "Oh yeah, at a caravan meet and greet." So then I'm a big musician fan, right?
I guarantee it.
Love all the guys that I love. One particular artist I love is Cody Jinks. Love him. But I've never understood the thing, like when you go to a Shooter Jennings concert and there's guys dressed up like Shooter Jennings. There's like one particular guy I've seen a lot of Shooter concerts. He's like, everybody says they look like Shooter. There was Nathan Purcell who dressed like Eric Church the time we talked about on here.
Yeah.
But Eric, Nathan's not the only one. You go to Eric Church concert and you see a lot of guys in aviators.
Yeah.
You see a lot of guys in the ball caps. Trying to look like that artist. But it never once have I been into Cody Jinks, who I've seen Cody 5 times at least. Never have I got on a Facebook Cody Jinks fan page and said, "Wonder what kind." I said, hey guys, do you know what kind of shades that is that Cody's wearing? Because this guy's wanting to be Cody Jinks, not for Halloween. He's wanting to be Cody Jinks 365 days a year. And I want to say get laid. Just go get laid.
Here's what I thought
Christ
you were
sakes.
going with that. I thought you were going to say that somebody had named their kid Cody Jinks. And to me, what that was going to be was, you know how people, whenever they've been with an artist since they were playing, you know, around the campfire, they want to say, hey, I was with him since blah, 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 since before blah, blah, blah. I've been knowing him longer than you've been knowing him, to everybody they meet. What's the biggest flex on how to do that? You name your kid after the guy early. And then whenever somebody comes up telling you about how big Cody Jinks is now, you go, my 16-year-old's named Cody Jinks. I win. That's where I thought you were going with
It's
that.
not, though. It's like, one post is like, hey, what kind of pen do you think Cody uses to write his songs? Which, and this guy was trying to be funny because, you know, in the song, got my favorite pen. And they're like, some guy was like, what's obviously his favorite pen? And they're like, nope, you lose. It's his favorite pen.
R-I-T-E.
Yes. And these people are always like, you ever just sit there and you get home and you're in your driveway, but you can't get out because a Cody song's on? Not me. It's going to be.
You know what I can do?
Nobody listens to the radio anymore because you got it on your phone. Next time you get in your vehicle, you can guarantee you can start that song all over again.
You know, here's the thing I can do too. I can just get out with my phone still playing.
Yeah.
I don't even have to turn it off. I can just unplug it and it just keeps going.
I don't have everything of this screenshot here. I just screenshotted one particular thing. But the deal was he asked what kind of sunglasses he wore.
Yeah.
If I looked at Cody Jinks, I'd be like, well, he wears aviators.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. He wants the brand because he's going to be
staged. Maui Jim, Ray-Ban, whatever it is. You know,
he's going to be A1 stalker here. He's going to be over the top.
How about
Cody Jinks?
How about you just go get a pair of sunglasses that look good on your face?
How about you? You be you. You be Tom Stevens.
You know what happens? Aviators don't look good on everybody.
They don't look good on me. I've tried them.
Yeah, I've worn aviators. Don't look good on me.
Did I try to look like? Did I try it because Cody Jinks wore them? No, because they were aviators, and I thought I've got pairs of other sunglasses.
Yeah. You know who wore aviators before that? Shooter Jennings. He used to wear them.
Yep.
He had a song called.
He had a song about them. This guy says, well, man, I'm thinking it's either Loretto's like Hunter Jen said, or maybe South Points. And Brad said, oh, it's definitely South Points. Well, I found this once. I'm pretty certain it's the South Point glasses. And Jason gives the screenshot.
There's
it's Costas.
There's multiple people like tracking these down then, huh?
No, there's
a whole list of
There's
people.
a whole group. And shout out Curtis Rich, man. I told Curtis before this, I said, man, I wanted to get on this Cody Jinks fan page because I wanted to see the videos that people record at concerts. I wanted to see some good content. I said, but they're like psycho about this man. I was like, Cody, like they wake up, they go to bed,
and it's Cody all day.
They Louis C.K. to Cody Jinks.
And they're going to get Cody in a room someday and say, can I?
Yeah,
I mean,
can I touch it?
Can you stand? I mean, you don't have to touch it. I just want you to stand over there while I do it.
So yeah, you ever wonder why I get so sensitive about the fanboy stalker crap that our listeners give us? I've tried to give you 3 other examples that people are next level shit that I've never done in my life.
Right.
You know, and I love Curtis for the fact that Curtis got on that group alone for about 2 days to say, Jesus Christ, you guys are a bunch of effing weirdos. He said, you're weirdos. You need to find something else. You need a new hobby.
What if Curtis actually, somebody was sitting there and go, maybe I am a weirdo. Maybe I am wasting my life, and it was all because of him getting on there and flaming him.
Yeah, I doubt that happened.
I do too. I really do too.
And
by the way, going back to Sasha Banks for just a second, I did not realize that she was in The Mandalorian because Mandalorian is a Star Wars spinoff that's on Disney that me and my little boy watch. She was on Mandalorian.
I did know about the serious abs by the pool.
Yeah,
I did know that because I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah,
but I changed my header.
People are wild, man.
People are wild. Speaking of wild people,
and just looking for something to like grab onto to give them some meaning in life. And sometimes it's Sasha Banks' abs.
It's so weird, man.
And Cody Jinks' sunglasses.
I'm just telling you. Before y'all judge me ever again, do some research. There's a lot god dang weirder people than me out there that just like stuff. That's why that's why I get sensitive right there. I love Shaq. He ain't my damn profile picture. He's not my header.
Right.
There was one picture I posted one time when he signed with the Celtics. It was his last year in the league. And I think I made it my profile picture for a few days just because it was like opening day of his last season in the league. Did I leave it up there? Did I?
Is it still it? No.
It's not.
It
No,
ain't.
it's my kids. Spin off to Wild People.
Jeremy Mackey.
You knew where I was going.
I did. I had to know.
Jeremy Mackey
He's
texted
the wildest person that I personally know.
He texted me one day, said, did you know Bush makes dog beer? I said, of course I did not know that. He goes, I'm buying some. It's a 4-pack. It's like $10. And I said, what are you going to do with it? I'm going to feed it to Libby. Obviously, it's my dog.
Yeah.
He did it. He sent me he said, Libby is going to love him.
You know, in the time of Corona, whenever you can't drink with somebody, you might as well go. You can't drink at a bar, you might as well drink with your best friend. And who's his best friend? Libby. Libby's his best friend. He's going to go drink with her.
He, how do you know if a dog's drunk?
Oh,
They stagger?
Well, they start slurring their words and dropping the N-bomb generally.
If Libby has not already loosened up her collar and started screaming dinosaur,
If she's upside down twerking on the wall, that's how you know.
That's how you know.
How you know Libby's drunk.
Jeremy's like, God damn, get off the wall, girl. Come on now.
She takes her collar off and starts walking around whistling at people. She goes and then gets on the wall upside down and starts shaking her ass. She's wagging her tail all over the place.
See, I'm a dime.
And she goes,
That's how.
that's how you know.
I just need to follow up on Jeremy. I've not followed up on this dog beer situation, but only Jeremy Mackey buys damn beer for his dog.
I didn't mean to suggest that Mackey's dog's racist either, by the way.
Well, that's taught at home, you know. That's taught at home.
That's a learned thing, and Libby doesn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not Libby's fault.
Yeah, it's not Libby's
that
fault.
Jeremy's walking around the house dropping N-bombs when he gets drunk. I don't know that he does.
I don't know that that's true either.
Yeah, that's not true.
That's not true.
Wow.
We're gonna have to get out of here.
I thought you said we had it all day long.
We did, but we don't.
You got family out there?
They were pulling up as I was checking on the baby while ago.
My wife said she was going to have to come here and
Get your car seats.
get car seats. So I don't know.
There's gonna be an entire parking lot full of people. She's not gonna be able to do it.
Am I blocked in?
No, you can drive through the yard.
I'll drive through. I don't care.
I don't care either.
Well, how much time?
We're an hour and 47 in, so
Yeah,
we probably better just cut it.
probably.
Yeah.
We won't get together before 2020 is over to talk about anything else. You know, we're not talking elections and COVID and tornadoes. It's been a bad year.
Explosions in Nashville.
Explosions. Nashville's had it rough this year, especially. I don't understand that. I'd like to talk off air about the Nashville explosion. That's messed up, though.
That is messed up.
It's the weirdest.
It's the
weirdest bombing ever.
Either the person responsible for the bombing or somebody that they wanted to get rid of was strapped into that RV too.
I just, it don't compare to Oklahoma City and Boston and the Atlanta Olympics. There's just generally you don't put out a warning that says move.
They didn't
you kill everybody inside.
They didn't want to hurt anybody besides the person that was in the vehicle.
They have got a person.
Now that being said, they did hurt some people.
Yeah, but nobody died.
And who knows what they? Somebody did. There was remains blew all over the street center.
Yeah.
But who knows? They wiped out the 911, hitting the AT&T building like that. They've hit the 911 service. So God knows who's died because they couldn't get through to 911.
Right. Yeah. Other people went Bane level of they done that, so they shut down 911, so they go on a big crime spree, but that didn't happen.
I would say there's not a crime spree that's really happened though.
They got a person of interest, but to me that doesn't look like the same. That's on the street, and here's the one that they took into custody last night. If you look, that's one word all the way across. To me, that looks like that's not the same.
Yeah.
It does have the little thing down here in the corner, little decal. This little thing in the corner. I don't know if that's common in those.
That might be where you put the sticker so that you can go into state parks. That might be where that has to go. I don't know.
There were just some differences there, but I mean, this will be the last podcast, obviously, since you guys get them every 3 weeks now. But it'll be the last one. Nobody wants to talk about 2020. It sucked.
Yeah.
It started off with a tornado in Cookeville and Nashville, and then the COVID hit, and we've all been in the weird. And the election rocked everybody. And
yeah. So fuck 2020. We'll see you in 2021.
I just want to run through this list of names real quick. I do want to do that. Just real quick. There was 20. I mean, man, there was a lot of celebrity deaths. Every time a celebrity died, it said, everybody's like F20. You know, and some was COVID related, but Charlie Pride, he was first black country singer. Trailblazing performer, considered country music's first black superstar.
Yeah.
So he was just on the CMA Awards weeks ago. So he had a lot of effect. Somebody from our generation, Debo, Tiny Lister. So my first remembrance of him was in the movie No Holds Barred, the terrible movie with Hulk Hogan.
Man, I don't remember that.
That was in 1989 probably. So he had a short appearance in WWF where he tagged with Randy Savage against Brutus Beefcake and Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan. So he was a bad guy long before Friday, but so many, you know, my grandmama gave me that chain, you know, Debo will knock your eye straight. And, I mean, like Debo was just, and I saw him at a wrestling convention in 2019. He was sitting next to Sid Vicious. Debo was a big man.
He was big dude.
But they said he had a big heart. You know, there's the No Holds Barred with the third one from the left. The No Holds Barred. Hulk Hogan and Zeus. He was Zeus in wrestling.
Suburban Commando and Mr. Nanny.
Pretty terrible movies, but No Holds Barred.
I really liked them.
I liked Mr. Nanny. And I liked Suburban Commando. I liked everything.
I like Suburban Commando.
Hulk Hogan couldn't do wrong to 6-year-old me. Hal Ketchum passed away. His biggest hit was a Small Town Saturday Night. He passed away in November with dementia. Alex Trebek. I never watched Jeopardy. Were you much of a Jeopardy watcher?
I did at times. It kind of came and went. You know, I wasn't smart enough to. Thunder in Paradise was very good too.
Fucking terrible.
I watched it from time to time. I never was smart enough to get anything. So
Alex Trebek and Sean Connery died both this year. And they were both like that spoof from Saturday Night Live.
Did you ever see? There was this one time when Alex Trebek was sitting there and they were talking about who their favorite celebrities were with the three people. And this girl goes, who their favorite James Bond was. And she goes, Sean Connery. He goes, and this is a real episode of Jeopardy, you know? Yeah. And he goes, Sean Connery. You're going to go with Sean Connery. And she said, yes, that's my favorite. He said, really? Said, I don't care for Sean Connery too much. He said, and anybody that watches television on Saturday night would probably know why.
Yeah.
You know,
it's pretty.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it a lot, but I know he was, a big deal. You can see how much he, hold 2 paragraphs here basically about him. So the long-standing, and Sean Connery was the next one after him. Billy Joe Shaver, singer-songwriter, Texas guy, stroke in October. So his claim to fame was he followed Waylon Jennings around in the 70s, asking him to cut his record. He wrote a bunch of songs and said he wanted Waylon Jennings to cut the record. So he followed him to a studio one day, and Waylon told his manager, they're like, that Billy Joe guy's back, or that guy's back. And he said, here's $100 bill. Tell him to get lost. You know, basically. Yeah. So he tells him to come back. And he takes the $100 bill and he folds it up. So tell him to shove it up his ass. Yeah. I want to talk to him. So he's like, Hoss, what do you want? He goes, I want you to record my damn songs. So it ended up being the Honky Tonk Heroes album that ended up blowing up for Waylon. So a little bit of a outlaw early on. Hit songs performed by Waylon, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, and Chris Christopherson. So
big names.
Big name. Jerry Jeff Walker, also a country singer from Texas. Helped pioneer the outlaw country genre alongside Willie Waylon and Michael Martin Murphy. So Conchata Farrell.
Don't know who that is.
Well, she was 77. She was the housekeeper Berta on 2.5 Men. I didn't realize she would have been that old.
Really?
Of course, I guess 77, that show was pretty much 20 years ago. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But I didn't know the name. I looked at her face and I went, it looks like the housekeeper from
2.5 Men.
Half Men. She had a pretty big role on that show. Man.
Yeah.
Her quick wit on that show was. She appeared in over 100 films and TV shows.
Wow.
Including Edward Scissorhands, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Friends. So, a big one for musicians here. Eddie Van Halen, one of the best guitar players ever. You've seen all kinds of musicians tweeting about that when he passed away of cancer in October. Chadwick Boseman.
That was big. 42 years old.
So people were making fun of him on appearances he'd been making because he said he looked like a crackhead, but he was like battling.
He was actually dying.
He was dying. So, and big for the black community because he played his first big role was in Jackie Robinson in 42. Played James Brown in Get On Up, and Thurgood Marshall in Marshall. And then I'll say the Black Panther role.
Yeah, and they just released a Netflix movie, Ma Rainey's Big Black Bottom. He was the trumpet player in it. Apparently, most of the movie was like historically correct, but his character was some kind of conglomeration of a few different stories that went together. But he did a really good job. He always did a good job.
Yeah. Wilford Brimley. Diabetes
got him probably.
It doesn't say kidney ailment.
Diabetes.
Yeah, 85 years old. So he was in The Natural, Hard Target. He played a small role in Yellowstone, didn't he, at the end?
I don't remember. I don't remember seeing Wilford Brimley.
Well, they dedicated a show to him. I didn't know.
Huh.
Regis Philbin, big time. I watched Regis and Kathy Lee when I was a kid. Yeah. I didn't watch it with is it Kelly he's with now or was with?
I don't know. She was. I guess that's who it was, and then Michael Strahan took his place.
He was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Mm-hmm.
He was the host of that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was around. I just watched him from Regis and Kathy Lee when I was a kid with my grandma.
Yeah.
Kelly Preston, John Travolta's wife, Charlie Daniels.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kelly Preston died on July 12th at age 57, 2-year battle with breast cancer. Such films as Jerry Maguire, For Love of the Game, Twins. Like I said, married to John Travolta. So, Charlie Daniels, country music and southern rock legend, died on July 6th from a hemorrhagic stroke. Thank you for me not knowing words. 83 years old. He was older than I thought he was when he passed away. I didn't realize. It makes sense, but I thought he was probably just 70-something. But Devin went down to Georgia. The time I met him, it was kind of funny. I said, I'm glad you're still here. I came all the way from Gainesboro because Lindsay had been on me about shopping. That day, she's like, let's go to Mount Juliet and shop. And I didn't want to shop. Then I just been scrolling on Twitter, and it said, Charlie Daniels will be at Gander Mountain from 1 to 3. So I went and stalked him, of course, in that public appearance. Went and stalked him, and I was like, man, I came from.
That's probably the last thing Gander Mountain ever did.
Yeah, no kidding. And I said, I came from all the way from Gainesboro. He goes, Gainesboro, I know where that's at.
You just drank whiskey down there.
He said, we was in a golf tournament or playing golf in Knoxville one time, and they wouldn't know golf. I can't believe they didn't have it around Knoxville. They drove all the way to Gainesboro to get liquor. So it's kind of funny when meeting some celebrities like that. Like when I met Hulk Hogan and I talked about Cookeville.
And he knew exactly where it was at.
Well, and I told him that's where I lived around. And that's where our conversation went. Don said, you met the biggest wrestler in history and talked about Cookeville? I was like, that's just where the conversation went.
Yeah.
And again, that's just funnier to me than how'd it feel when you slammed Andre? The same conversation he's had
1,000 times.
Little Richard died. I thought Little Richard was already dead.
He was 100.
He was 87.
He was very old.
I just when I heard that when he died, I thought he was already dead. I just did for whatever reason. Howard Finkel, the wrestling announcer, and knew he was the guy that always he went through all the eras of Hogan and.
I thought Finkel
Austin.
and Einhorn and Finkel. Whenever you said that,
no, that's Howard Finkel, 69 years old and new world champion. John Prine. Steamed country folk singer-songwriter with April 7th, complications of COVID, 73 years old. I didn't know a lot about him until the end of his career. I didn't discover John Prine until a few years ago. He's like the Chris Knight of our, of the generation before us. Kenny Rogers.
Really?
You remember when Kenny Rogers died?
Yeah.
Island in the Stream, the gambler, died from natural causes, 81. Yeah, don't say what month. He got a lot of shit in the end of his career for all the plastic
surgery.
Like
I
his
was just
face was
thinking
stuck.
it may have been complications from a surgery.
Cy Sperling. Remember that name?
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that name from when you was a kid?
Mm-mm.
Founder of Hair Club for Men.
Oh, I do remember it now.
His commercials were popular in the 80s and 90s where he proclaimed, I'm not only the president of Hair Club for Men, but I'm also a client. Rocky Johnson, the dad of The Rock.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Died in January. And then, of course, probably the biggest, well, that's a hell of, I don't say.
Yeah, I would say.
That's a big, we always usually do this at the end of the year, talk about celebrities who died, but that was a big list of celebrities. Regis and Alex Trebek, and Charlie Daniels, but Kobe Bryant, of course, basketball. Tragic. Died in a helicopter crash on January 26th, age of 41. Bryant was drafted at just 18. Won 5 championships. Also won an Oscar for Best Animated Short Film in 2018 for Dear Basketball.
So here's what I'm saying. 2020 can kick rocks.
Yeah,
we're going to 2021.
It still don't feel right when I see Kobe Bryant on television. When I see him in anything, I'm reading a book right now that Lindsay bought me for Christmas called 3 Ring Circus about Shaq and Kobe's career. Mm-hmm. The guy who writes a lot of excellent sports books, Jeff Pearlman, he said he was about 4/5 completed to the book when Kobe died. So he makes a whole new forward at the beginning of the book, kind of prefacing saying, yes, I know you're going to think I'm talking about Kobe, but realistically, Kobe was this guy. In the 8 years that I'm writing about, from 96 to 04, he was not a good
Right.
He ran off Shaquille O'Neal. He ran off Kobe, Phil Jackson. He was not liked by his teammates. Mm-hmm. And that kind of Kobe at the end of his career, probably about the last 5 years of his career, he saw the writing on the wall that he wasn't the best player in the league anymore, and he knew that the guys that he hadn't treated well in the media was going to be writing his story for years and years to come. Mm-hmm. So he started being nicer to the media, and it didn't seem genuine. At some point, you're like, this ain't the guy I've watched for 15 years.
Right.
But this guy felt like shit that he wrote all this stuff that was factual.
And in the middle of it, Kobe happens to pass away.
So he writes this whole thing, just about his competitiveness and how psycho he was. So quick thing, during a practice, at the end of practice, Laker practice, they used to get at half court, and every player would put in $100. And they would shoot half-court shots until the winner was done. Mm-hmm. They said, sometimes Brian Shaw would win, sometimes Rick Fox, Robert Horry. He said Shaq would never win, but he would also, he'd always put in $100. Mm-hmm. So there was a power forward named Samaki Walker. So he had a rough upbringing. He went, I think, to Louisville to college. And he only played for the Lakers for one season. He was their starting power forward. So Kobe won it. Mm-hmm. And he goes by to every teammate. Like I said, teammates didn't love him. Mm-hmm. He had a really good relationship with Brian Shaw and Derek Fisher, but he didn't have a great relationship with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So he'd go, give me my effing money. Give me my effing money. Mm-hmm. So he got to, everybody paid him. Samaki said, yeah, Kobe, I ain't got it on me. We hit the road. I'll get the money for you. Mm-hmm. So they get on a team bus going to Cleveland. Or they're in Cleveland maybe, and they're hitting the bus. Says he come up and he goes up to the bus and he goes, hey, Mikey, you got my 100? Give me my effing money. He's like, man, I told you I'd get it. Uh-huh. And they said it was unwritten team rule that you had 48 hours to pay. Uh-huh. They said it was the next morning after the shoot around. Right. So he goes, I told you I'd pay you, I'll pay you. Just chill out. Uh-huh. So Kobe said something, and they mouthed off, and Kobe swung at him. So Samaki looked at Jelani McCoy and said, Jelani, did this MF to swing on me? He goes, yeah. Mm-hmm. He said, I swung back, and, we were about to go to blows. And, maybe he said, no, he didn't swing back at the time. He looked at him, he's like, what are you thinking, you crazy, Uh-huh. And they said Shaquille O'Neal, who knew, was known not to have a good relationship with Kobe at the time, looked at Samaki and said, F him up. Uh-huh. So it said, Samaki stood up and looked at Phil Jackson, the head coach, and said, Phil, stop the bus. Mm-hmm. And said Phil most time liked to let players work things out, but he said he was so tired of Kobe's selfishness and just ridiculous banner. He looked at the bus driver and said, next time you get a stop, chance to stop the bus. And said Samaki stood over the top of him and said, I told you I'd get you your effing $100. Get off the bus. Oh, yeah. And so Kobe looked down and would not get up. Yeah. He goes, that's what I thought, you little bitch. So he punked Kobe Bryant out in front of the whole bus. Yeah. And then the whole point of it is Kobe called crying on his hotel room, apologizing to him later on. He said he was just so complex of a person. Yeah. So you're getting into this whole story about how complex he was. His story is crazy, how he went to Italy and he moved back in junior high and in high school to Philadelphia, and was predominantly white, but he was black. Mm-hmm. So the white kids didn't really accept him, but he wasn't street enough to get along with the black kids. And it's a really good story about just how complex and complicated Kobe was growing up.
Smoky Walker's a big dude, too.
6'10", yeah.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah. So it's just but yeah, Kobe. It just don't seem real for
Yeah.
a basketball fan. It sucks because
Yeah.
they're always being tied to Shaq, and you don't get that conversation. And when they have the conversation of who the greatest duo is, now it's just Shaq fighting for their legacy because Kobe's not here to go back and forth. It sucks, but there's a lot of tough. So yeah, 2021. Everybody keeps saying 2021.
Yeah, it might suck too.
Yeah, I mean, how do you know this whole pandemic's still going on?
Yeah. There's a lot of places it's still going to be 6 or 8 months before they let them open back up.
Yeah, I mean, Nashville.
God forbid you be in Los Angeles. Nashville's blew up right now, so hell, who knows what's going on there? But
so we can say 21. I mean, we can say it.
But I'll tell you what. Well, I was going to say it can't be worse than 2020, but fuck if it is. What are we going to do?
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble. Maybe. Let's be optimistic, and hopefully it'll be better.
But I love all you beautiful people. We'll see you. We'll talk to you. I may not see anybody, but we'll talk to you in 2021.
If you see any of us, you know which one it'll be.
It'll be not this guy, unless you're coming to my house.
Hope you listen to the whole show.
Yeah, not the first 20 minutes, all of it. Love you.